Freezing like the one.
Gonna take off, and this is what he's done so well. First down and then some.
Oh my God! Oh, to the crib! Oh, it's a fumble! Oh boy! Oh man! Wait!
Down the field.
He lost him!
Freezing like the one.
Hey, what's good, everybody? I've been talking this whole time, didn't even realize that we was on. But anyway, welcome to the RFL draft, man. I had the mic accidentally on mute, so didn't hear what I was saying. But welcome here. We're about to start up the draft. I know you guys have been waiting for this day for a long time. I got my man Bill and Rob here with me. How you guys doing?
Oh,
And I had you guys heard the crowd, but I just realized, man, that I will definitely have that fixed for tomorrow's draft day, because unfortunately I can hear the audio of the cheer too loud, so it wouldn't allow me to hear Bill and them. So unfortunately it is going to be a little bit quiet when there's no picks and stuff going on, but I still appreciate you guys coming through, showing love. If you haven't already, smash that like button. This is the day most of you guys have been waiting for, RFL draft day. This is going to be a big one. We got a lot of stuff planned for you guys, a lot of graphics and things like that of that nature. But as always, RFL fam is strong out here, and we love each and every one of you guys, and thank you for that continued support. But it's draft day, man. I can't wait to see where guys going. Before we even get into this, man, how about we ask my co-commentators on here, how are you guys feeling about draft day right now?
Bill,
All right, man. I'm excited to be here, man. It is a great feeling to finally be. It seems like we've been waiting for months to get here, or like a year almost, and we're finally here. We got 125 strong right now. You guys better hit that like button. I only see 50 right now. It's not a good ratio right now, but man, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm saying same with Bill, man. You know, I love this time of year, man. Just watching teams, get better. Some teams getting worse, but I really do enjoy this time of year, man, and seeing a new breed of guys who we are able to, track over the last year and everything, and learn about them, watch their games, So I'm really excited, man, about this as well.
Well, man, the day, like you said, has finally come. I know you guys are very excited for this. And once I start everything up, I'm going to click that start the draft that you see that I'm currently on right now. Just to once again to reiterate, I don't have crowd sounds, but for guys cheering and stuff in the background, but that will definitely be on the next day. And this is our first ever live draft, man. The first time we've ever did this live, so bear with us if there's any minor mistakes, but I do feel like that's all it will be, is minor mistakes, because I've definitely been practicing and planning on making sure that everything runs smoothly. But this is what I'm going to do right now before we get into the draft. So to start out this draft, I'm going to pretty much break down how the draft is going to go. So the way the draft is going to work, of course, what's going to happen is we're going to start it up. Of course, the team that's supposed to pick is going to be on the clock. Once they are on the clock, they will, of course, submit their pick to me. And once their pick is in, you'll hear a sound like this. So once you hear that sound, you'll see a graphic pop up on the screen with the team saying that they have sent in their pick. Now, after that happens, I will step away and leave Bill and Rob here to discuss and communicate with you guys in the chat. And I will put together the graphic to appear of the player of which they selected to get picked. Another thing on this, excuse me for that. But another thing with this is, if the submitted player is drafted, a coach will be calling the player. Once they call the player, if he's a submitted player, he will ask the player if he is able to jump on the stream with us. If he's allowed to jump on the stream with us, we will put the player on the live stream here, and they will pretty much ask them questions on how they feel and just everything else about this day right now to finally be picked. So we'll do that. And then, of course, before that, though, of course, we can't have the pick being in without this sound right here, man. So that sound is going to play as soon as I'm finished editing the graphic and I am ready to make the announcement for the pick. So once that will alert you guys that, hey, he's about to announce the pick. He's about to come back on, and I'll announce the pick. And then after that, it's on to the next one, man. That's pretty much the draft on how it's going to work. But with that being said, hey, we've done enough talking. Let's get ready for this draft, man. You guys ready? I know I am. I know this chat right now is. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and start this one up. I'm going to have to start up the draft in both files. Actually, Bill, if you are in the NFC, can you hop in the NFC file and start up the draft there? Oh, yeah, you don't even have it there. It don't matter. I'll do it. So let's go ahead and start this draft up. We're advancing, and this is how we're going to work as well. So let me pause the draft. And so, of course, you guys also notice that there are NFL teams on here. Now, with the NFL teams, you guys already know we can't put all 32 teams in one file. So there will be NFL teams here. We do have a staff that is picking the players, so that way we can get them off the board and go straight to the RFL guys. And so what's going to happen is, of course, the Bulldogs are the first team to pick here. And since they are the first team to pick here, we're going to have our staff pretty much select for these 3 NFL teams that are in front of our RFL team. And once they select those and the Bulldogs pick is up, that'll be when we'll start the official time. Now, when we start when the player is on the clock, when a team is on the clock, we will then start up this timer. And you see it right there. Each team will get 5 minutes to make a selection. And so I know it's a little bit longer than what they give you in real life, but we're going to give our coaches 5 minutes to be able to make their choice. And once they make their choice, then if they don't make it in time, though, their pick will be voided. There is no go behind the guy who just picked it. Your pick will be voided. So the coaches already know that. But this is the timer that you'll see pop up when it's time for guys to hurry up and make their pick. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and, or I guess for the guys who are helping us out right now, make those picks of those players. And you already put it in the chat, right, Bill? Who they're supposed to pick right now for those teams?
Yep, it should be all laid out exactly how they need to pick them.
All right, so for the guys helping us out right now, please pick those pretty much just throwaway players that are in the draft, so that way we can get this thing started. Okay, so we see the one player's taken off the board, and you can see exactly why. He was a 49 overall. And so we made sure
steal.
Yeah, steal of the draft. And there goes 50 overall guy, quarterback, Florida A&M. Didn't need him. And the last pick to get everything started here. And let me pull up the Discord. Okay. Who's on the Cowboys? Hasn't made his pick yet. Okay, I think did he make it? Let me see who's on the Cowboys here. Roland.
Chill mode, baby.
Roland, please make the pick for the Cowboys, my guy. And if you're already on the help staff, somebody, please reach out to him. Make sure so we can start this up, man. Once again, first ever
minor
loft
issues.
drive.
Minor issues.
Yeah. And if he can't do it, please let me let it be known that he can't help for the day. If we're gonna have these issues. There we go. Finally. So Roland makes the pick for the Cowboys. We get the center out of Purdue out of here, Sean Bonner. And we are now officially ready to just about start this draft, man. Bulldogs right now are on the clock. Going to start the timer. And Coach Jacob Reed and the London Bulldogs are right now on the clock. With that being said, I'm pretty sure this is a no-brainer, guys. Who do you guys think is going to be taken here?
I'll let Bill go.
I'm pretty sure we all know. I think the first pick is going to be Drew Brewer, the defensive end from Ohio State.
Oh. Hold up, guys. Something just happened. Unfortunately, when I go to my Discord on my phone... Okay, can you guys talk again? Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to check my messages on the computer. You guys going to have to hear that. So, I guess right now I might as well roll that in here. So, the pick is in, guys. And this graphic was supposed to display with it. There it is. Okay, finally. So, what I'm going to do is now that the Bulldogs have already selected their pick, I'm going to go step away. I'm going to create this graphic. Once I create this graphic, I will come right back in and leave it right now with Rob and Bill to interact with you guys while I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that's ready for you. So I'll be right back in a few.
I think obviously we know Drew Brewer is probably going to be the number one guy here. If for some reason it's not Drew Brewer, who do you think could even potentially be another pick at this spot for the Bulldogs?
Well, if it's not Drew Brewer, then it's got to be Brewer Drew, because I don't think there's anybody else that coach is going to want here, man. Really like what he did in the offseason free agency. Picked up Vic Cage. You're going to have a solid running core. You got Isaac Lockhart from the London Black Knights, a 23-year-old cornerback, and he went with the veteran linebacker as well. So I think that this guy here, Brewer, is going to be a game changer. Going to be a Bulldog, man.
Been pretty busy this offseason. It seems like he's really trying to retool that defense. And, man, you can't get a better guy to go along with that retooling like Drew Brewer.
Yeah, you and I both, believe in defense. We believe defense wins championships.
Yes.
so yeah, I definitely think he's gonna go with the big Buckeye here, man, and I think that's gonna be a solid pick for him.
Or if you guys hear Robbo right now?
Yeah. Because hopefully, I turned myself up a little bit. Hopefully, they can hear me.
All right, so the pick is in, and I'm about to display the graphic of the player. And let me bring his card up here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the time you've been waiting for, the number 1 overall pick with the first pick in the RFL draft, the London Bulldogs selects, you guessed it, Drew Brewer. out of Ohio State, 84 overall,
Oh my
90 strength,
What?
87 tackling, and 86 speed. Had one of the most incredible combines and just one of the most incredible careers in college, period. And now he's a London Bulldog. And I mean, Coach Reed was looking for a premier pass rusher, and he sure enough got him here with Drew Brewer.
86 speed.
Yeah. We knew this guy was gonna be a freak, man. You know, when we first called that game, and you know, I just saw this guy just pounding guys. You know, Smitty, and I mean, I just said, hey, that's a bear right there, man. And you can just see here, 90 strength. Wait till those bear claws get on some of you guys out here, man. Boy, oh boy, this is a stud right here.
Ow.
Absolute beast. Yeah, this dude, it was very much needed. I mean, we already seen with the London Bulldogs, a pass rush was a little bit of an area with issue that they were talking about, but Drew Brewer is definitely going to solve that situation. Really good strength. He just killed it at the combine. First player I think I've ever seen, even in real life, to force 3 fumbles and score 3 touchdowns in a single game. That just has never been done from what I've seen. So if somebody's seen that before, let me know. But I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, that from day one of us calling the first game, I mean, he just absolutely killed it on the field. And, I mean, this is just a great addition for the London Bulldogs.
And if you haven't seen that game, man, you need to go back and check that, man. What was it? 10 tackles, 3 tackle for losses, 3 sacks. That game, just absolute phenomenal game for him in that debut game.
You know what I forgot also? You know, like I said, first time doing this. Let's give Drew Brewer a cheer, man. I was supposed to play that after I announced the name, but you know what? I'm not gonna mess it up from here on out. I'm gonna make sure that I'm on with it. But Drew Brewer, man, number 1 overall pick. I believe he's the second submitted player in RFL history that went number 1 overall in the draft. So that's saying a lot. And I mean that's a huge pick right there. And you can see right here, next up on the board. You can see Drew Brewer right there in the background. His official at 84 overall. And of course, we move on to the next. So who's got the Packers? I know we're supposed to go into the NFC side, so let's go to the NFC side real fast. And I wish I had the crowd so it wasn't so silent, but I forgot completely about that. My bad for that, you guys.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, no. Like, I have it, but I would not be able to hear you guys if I played it, so got to figure out what to do.
Just a heads up, Baker saying that he didn't see the NFC draft start up yet. He said that at 8:27 though.
Oh yeah, I'm going to start it up right now.
Yeah.
So,
big shout out to everybody in the chat right now, man. We got Coach Baker out here all day, Malcolm Thompson, Cash Money Markel, Ethan Long, Coach Frankie, Drew Brewer. Congratulations, man. Jay Bird Gaming, Malcolm Thompson, and many, many more out here, man, holding us down here in this live draft, man. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, and so now we're in the NFC side. So our helpers, time to make your picks. And so they took Drew Brewer off from the other file for the Broncos. I don't even want to mention the NFL teams' names, but we got the Thunderbirds coming up here with the second pick, man. I still can't believe. What's you guys' thoughts, man? Thunderbirds with his second pick. We said our spill already with Drew Brewer, so 5-minute clock ready to go. And honestly, no need, because I'm about to have to step away because we got ourselves a pick in here.
Yeah. Oh, this was seeing the Thunderbirds be able to jump back into the top 5. He is absolutely nuts. The rich just keep getting richer, Rob. And I mean, who do you see them going with here, man?
Oh man, I think this guy is looking for defense, man. He's a defensive-minded coach. There's a couple of studs out here that can immediately impact and improve his team. I don't think he needs any more D-line. He probably would have taken Brewer if he had number 1. I think he's going to go with a safety right here, man. I'm looking at Ray Franklin.
Yeah, I think Ray is probably the answer here. The only other guy I could see possibly going would possibly be Eric Stroughter, this corner, just because, like you said, he's a defensive guy. And if there's anything on this team that is potentially not the strong point, it's probably some secondary work. But aside from that, I mean, which way you go. You're just adding to the amazing talent that's already on the team.
Oh yeah, just a lot of studs all over the place, man. I mean, like you said, the rich just getting richer here, and the poor getting poor right here. It was a great move here for the Thunderbirds, and man, about to land a shark, I'm sure.
I just can't believe that. How does he get up to the top of the draft, man? He gives up, I think it was Lansana was what he ended up trading away to end up getting this pick initially. To me, it's just insane how a team that was one game away from the Relo Bowl is now picking at the top of the draft. I mean, that's not fun for me at all. That's like I play him in my division, but man, that's crazy to me.
Well, if Madden were poker, I think that Cozier would definitely be killing us all right now because he just plays his hands, plays all his chips, very, very well, and just does a great job of just maneuvering, man, moving around, getting guys in and out. Kind of. I guess if a little bit of negative about that would be that doesn't seem like a lot of guys spend a lot of time with the Thunderbirds here, man. You know what I mean? So the moment you get on that team, man, you might be tradable. It's just it's kind of an interesting way of running a team, but man, he's finding a way to get guys and turn them into gold, man. And he's done it again for this is the third year in a row. I think he's been in the top 10. With a pick and gone to as far as the Relo Bowl and. Crazy.
I mean, it's working, and you can't fault him for that. And it's amazing that you can just take a guy, plug him in, and play him, and go ahead.
Right.
And it's a coach's dream. Oh, we got a pick ready.
Got the pick ready. Got the card ready, and of course I got to take off Drew Brewer here from the last image. So just in case you missed the last pick, there's a good look at him. But about to announce the next pick here as I get ready to load the graphic. Let me make sure I add the cheer to this as well. All right, guys. With the second pick in the RFL draft, the Toronto Thunderbirds selects Eric Stroughter from Florida State.
Wow.
82 overall cornerback, 95 speed, 86 man coverage and zone coverage. They got him listed as a slot type of corner, but looking at this guy's play in the college series, I mean, he just about did it all. I think you could put him anywhere at that cornerback position.
I mean, I said this would be the other guy outside of Ray Franklin, but I did not see it coming, man. I really thought Ray would go here, but Stroughter is definitely he's easily a number one shutdown day one. He's just going to get better. Great pick for the Thunderbirds.
Oh, man, very dangerous cornerback right here, man. Got a lot of time to be able to see this guy really work his way up, and definitely was one of those quiet guys you didn't hear a lot about. But when you look back, man, and you see the plays that he was able to make, just shutting down wide receivers, his days at Florida State, man, the guy just was tremendous. Just a great player, also a great community member as well, man. He's a Thunderbird now. Wow, man, it's excellent.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he like the first actual one of our prospects to go ahead and make himself a fan page on Instagram? I'm pretty sure he is.
I believe he was, man. And I think he was.
Trend.
If I'm not mistaken, it was the first submitted player for that last year's college series. So, I mean, he was definitely involved. Definitely well deserving of that overall, and of course his play. I mean, this guy is not only dangerous as a cover guy on defense, he also he had kick returns for touchdowns in college as well, so he could just about do it all, man. 6'3", so he's got great size on him, 185 pounds, but to come into the league with an 86 man in zone coverage, I mean that this guy is definitely going to be something special.
And what would you say, man? There were 12 weeks in the college season, man, and at a quarter of those games, 4 games, this guy had double digits in tackles, man. It's just ridiculous. He went on a straight streak in week 7, 8, and 9, where he had 10, 13, and 14, all the way turned up for Florida State in those weeks. And man, just this guy's coming, man. Very, very good player, very physical, and I'm looking for him to make some noise with Thunderbirds.
Yeah, an absolute playmaker, and like you said, he's not only just a good cover guy. he also was very great, like you said, in the run support game. Very strong. He did pretty good also in the combine in terms of bench reps, over 10 of those. So, I mean, he's a very impressive cornerback. And honestly, I'm not going to lie. I thought Ray Franklin was going to be the pick here. But, hey, like, it's still, we figured it was going to be a defensive back for sure. And that's exactly what they went and got. So, I mean, a great pick here for the Thunderbirds. That defense gets even more scarier. We'll have to see if they address that safety position later on down the line. But either way, this is a great pickup here for the Toronto Thunderbirds.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a pick that you have to make. In the NFC North is where I play. You got teams like, the Explorers with C.J. Robinson. You got the Barons who've got Joe Johnson and Amari Manuel. You got to have a guy who can step up to the plate and shut one of those guys down for a game. And Stroughter is going to be able to do that for these guys.
Most definitely. Well, time to move on to the next pick, guys. Right now, the Columbus Aviators are on the board. They are not with a coach. And since they don't have a coach, I have to select for them. And just so, because I know the overalls of the players, just so there isn't any, of course, shiesty, as people like to say now, stuff going on, I can't just skip ahead of the draft board. Whatever position of need that they need, I have to go at the top of the list. I cannot go to who I know is better in this situation. So if the dude needs a cornerback, if a team needs a cornerback, I have to go the cornerback that's left available at the top of the list. Cannot pick and choose. So that's what I'm going to have to do here for the Aviators. And seeing as though for me, most likely it's not going to take me no time. I'll still put the timer up just to make sure. But this shouldn't take me too much time. I will leave and I will be back with the graphic, and you guys will hear when the pick is in. So I'll play the pick is in sound when I have my choice made and have sent that in to my guys who have to pick for the Aviators. And then after that, I of course will show up who the Columbus Aviators will be taking. So I'll be right back. I'll leave it up to Bill and Rob to discuss who they think the Aviators are going to take here, and communicate with the chat, see what they talk about in the chat as well. So I'll be right back.
So far, we got 2 picks, and we got 2 guys above 80 overall. I, for one, didn't know we were going to have guys this crazy coming out of the draft already, man. I'm scared to see who's coming up next. So, we got a couple of gunslingers that are going to be getting drafted here soon.
Yeah. I'm a little on the fence about this. I'm not sure who the Aviators are going to go with right here. Immediately, man, what I see is hemorrhaging at the wide receiver core. Got a couple of 30-year-old guys, Glover and Fisher, who are aging, and getting, obviously Glover is regressing. Fisher is regressing a little bit here. They do have Amon Holland, but he's 28 years of age. And so I think that, a wide receiver would be great here. I'm also a fan of big wide receivers. Shout out to my 5'8", 5'9" crew, man. But I just like big wide receivers. These guys got 2 5'9" guys, 1 5'8" guy right here. They got a 6'3" guy who's 25 years of age, and George Omeme. And so I'm looking for them to maybe try to get a wide receiver here. But at the same time, there's a lot going on, man. Some people are warning about Russell Renez. He's been here, for some years now, and it hasn't really been too successful with this team. And some people think that he just needs a great coach. He's not being utilized correctly here with the Aviators. So it'll be interesting to see, what the Aviators, will decide to do here. Are they going to continue to rock with Russell Renez and hopefully get a coach in here, or are they just going to go ahead and maybe get a quarterback here?
I mean, there's a lot of ways that they can go about this. Quarterback, if you're looking at the quarterback, yeah, Russell Renez is here, but even if a coach gets put in there, man, he's 28. It's not like he's 25, 24 anymore. If you're going to really turn this franchise around, it always starts with the quarterback position. And I just think this is the perfect spot for one of these 2 top guys to go off the board first. Yeah, I mean, if it's not this, I could maybe see O-line, if not receivers. I mean, we got a lot of options.
Oh, yeah. I see Noah Underhill out here flapping his gums already here. Boy, oh boy, you guys are hilarious.
Looks like the pick is in now. Long snapper. Yeah, let's draft some long snappers for these guys.
Eagle Eye Noah. He says he's watching me. Boy, oh
Oh, you
boy.
better be watching that draft board too for us, man.
Yeah. Yeah, watching that draft boy. Shout out to Noah Underhill, man. Does a remarkable job with the website. Nice mock draft, although I felt you sold me short a couple of times there. But it's all good though.
One thing about Noah, man, he doesn't hold back any punches when it comes to that stuff.
Oh yeah, I understand.
He's good. He puts a lot of stuff out on the website for guys to read up on. He's very knowledgeable with the league. If you guys don't already, tabs on the website, man. Check out our blog. We got stuff coming out. I usually more so during the season, but you know, if you join the website as a member, you should get a notification anytime we do post some new content for you guys to check out.
Yes, sir. He says no job, man. That's what I'm talking about. No job turkeys over here, Noah. That's what I'm talking about.
All right,
Smitty,
guys. So I'm
there
back
he is.
on the scene and ready to announce this pick very shortly here. So make sure I get this set up.
Have the applause ready.
Yes, sir. All right. So with the third pick in the RFL draft, the Columbus Aviators selects Marquise Washington.
Oh man, finally a
Quarterback
quarterback.
out of Florida, 84 overall scrambler, 97 throw power, 93 break sack, 89 short accuracy. This guy was a monster in college, went to the championship game, to the national championship of the college series. Unfortunately, fell short to the Clemson Tigers, but now he's got himself a new home, looking to try to take this team to a championship. This was a great addition for the Columbus Aviators. So what do you guys think about this pick right here?
Go ahead, Bill. Or you want? I got it. All right, I'll go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh,
You go ahead, man.
Okay, yeah, man. Hey, we called these games, man. We saw this guy here down in the swamp country, man. Marquise Washington, man, had a great college career. Really impressed with this guy. Hard-nosed football player, very strong. I think that he was actually bigger than Florida. I know it's not good to put a player over a whole team, but I think he was bigger than Florida, man. I think he's going to be a big deal here in the RFL. Just watching this guy play, man. I mean, this is a guy where he gets hit and he falls forward. He doesn't fall backward. He doesn't get laid out. He falls forward, man. I think I referred to him as like a tall pine tree or something like that in the college series, where he just falls forward timber, man. This guy is just so strong. He's fast. He's smart. He's a pocket quarterback. They have him listed here as a scrambler because he can run, but this guy definitely has a cannon for an arm, man. And I'm just in awe right now looking at this stat card.
Just a crazy stat card. I mean, 84 overall. This is like we've been talking all year long, and you know we're like, oh, things are gonna be a little different. It's not gonna be so many crazy high players. Look at us here now. We're 3 picks in, and we have yet to see somebody below an 80. That's just crazy. As for the Washington pick, man, you think about the division that these guys are in. Rob, he's in your division. You know, the Aviators got to go up against the Huskies, the Cougars, and the Bulls. This is the perfect guy to sort of try to get them up into the at least ranks with competing with these guys now, as we know the Aviators has really not had much success at all the last couple of seasons. So great pick. Can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, Marquise Washington, man. Was you about to say something, Rob?
Oh, no. I was going to get with you because I think it's my pick. Go ahead.
Yeah. For Marquise Washington, my spill on this kid, man, he was just a big body who knew how to play football at the quarterback position. Got a cannon of an arm, 6'6", 240 pounds. Hence on why this guy always seems to fall forward when being tackled. The guy's just an absolute stud. And this was an excellent pick for the Aviators. Current starting quarterback, Russell Rennis was an 83 overall, aging 28 years old. He had his run. He came in, I believe, as a rookie back in season 1 of the RFL. Had a fantastic couple of seasons, but you've seen last season a lot of interceptions, some inconsistencies, and you need somebody that's going to be able to take over at some point. I think this guy can take over immediately. Already an overall higher than Rennes. And it's just going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. This team is coachless. Most likely every team's going to have a coach by the end of, this year. So whoever gets hold of the Columbus Aviators definitely going to have some fun with this guy.
I think the Aviators coaching job just got a lot more exciting and more popular now for some of these applicants here we're going to be interviewing here soon.
Sure did.
Oh, man.
And so with that being said, Rob, like you said, It's your turn. 4th overall pick in the draft goes to the Chicago Cougars. Rob, you'll step away, and whenever you got your pick in, make sure to DM me, and I'll, of course, have the graphic and everything ready for when the pick is in.
I'm going Lito Loso. Oh, I forgot, man. I'm a year early. All right. I'll be back, guys.
All right.
So, man, already, like you said, a little bit shocked with these overalls and started this game, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't feel that the whole draft is going to be like this, obviously, but I was under the assumption we might have a little bit more of a, high 70s type of picks and whatnot. But, the guys have gone off the board yet. They were sort of, the 3 guys, and there's maybe 1 or 2 more people that you can add to this sort of elite status with this draft class. And so it makes sense, man. Like BREWER, Washington, STROUGHTER, Gannon is probably going to be one of them. Ray's still out there. There's these guys that, while there's a lot of talent in this draft, there's just a few that are just above already.
Picks in already. Chicago Cougars. Rob, you can hop back on, but I'll step out and get this graphic ready, and I'll be back to announce the pick.
Do I select in the game?
No, we wait till I announce it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm solo for this one, man.
I'm back. I'm back with you, man. I'm back with you, man. I just had to make a quick call.
Yeah, but
I just thought about that. He's the one who made the pick, so I think Bill should be solo on this one because
cool.
Yeah, so let's
unless you want to tell us some early details here, Rob. I mean, that's all good for me too.
Hey,
no,
man,
I mean,
just
this is another situation. It's like the Thunderbirds, right? A team that was right at the tail end of the Reload Bowl, getting there, and somehow find a way to trade up to the 4th overall selection. And I mean, it's crazy how many of these top tier teams are finding ways to move up, and the teams that probably need these picks the most are deciding to fall back. And I think that there's going to be a couple of coaches looking at these overalls right now that are going to be like kicking themselves like, man, I really should have stayed put. The players I got were not worth what I got for and gave up. And it's just going to be crazy. As for the Cougars pick, this team is a stacked team. There's really not a whole lot of areas I see them needing as a filler. One comes to mind right away is I know that, like Rob said before, he is a defensive coach. So I could see now that Ray has fallen to 4, which I don't know if he was expecting Ray to be available here at the 4th pick. I could see him going here. If not, the only other area I could potentially see is they did part ways with Rob Slater, their starting quarterback last year. So we might see GINO Gannon go off the board here and have quarterbacks go back to back. But yeah, man, it's been a wild ride so far, guys. This has just been, I'm sort of upset I don't have one of these high-end fancy picks. I'd like to get me an 84 overall guy. Let's see here. What outside of, I'm really not 100% sure outside of QB or maybe safety where the Cougars could even potentially go. Another dark horse, maybe not at this pick, but maybe next round is potentially a wide receiver, because I know that Rob says that London Lions is getting up there a little bit, and he wants another young guy to go along with Contavious Henderson. So I mean, I have a feeling Ray's little, if you want to call it a drop, is going to stop here. See, we got 142 in this thing right now, guys, and we're still not even at 100 likes on this video. Come on now. Hit that like button, guys. First ever RFL.
So I am back in here, and the pick is about ready. This is about to be a big
snap. What's a big one?
So let me get
back,
it ready.
Guys.
Rob is back.
Don't make the pick.
Yeah, don't make the pick until I announce it since you're here.
Yeah.
All right. And the player card is ready. So, with the 4th pick in the RFL draft, the Chicago Cougars selects GINO Gannon, quarterback out of LSU, 83 overall, out of, like I said, LSU, man. Just an overall lower than Marquise Washington, 93 throw power, 92 break sack, and 90 throw on the run. This kid was impressive. You already know the story pretty much. He went off the face of the franchise story, won a national championship when Marquise Washington was hurt, took over for the LSU team, took a run back to the playoffs, and unfortunately lost to Clemson, who went on to win the national championship. But it looks like we're going to have GINO Gannon and Marquise Washington going against each other 2 times a year.
That's crazy.
And in the same division. That's going to be incredible to watch. And these guys are fairly young.
That's a crazy turn of events, man. Great pick for the Cougars. Like I said before, Ray might go here, but at the end of the day, they parted ways with Slater, and there's nothing better to lead your offense than a young quarterback who you know is probably going to have quite a good development rate. And coming in at an 83 overall, you can't ask for a better way to start with a rookie quarterback. And Denard Locker is going to be his best friend until he can get rolling into the RFL.
Gonna be a great outing right here for the Cougars, man. Just not to speak too much on it and everything. I know it's my pick, but man, we just definitely wanted a guy who was flashy, man. Somebody to come in here and just turn up our offense. I mean, our defense had so much swag, has a lot of swagger. And yeah, we thought about Ray Franklin, would have been awesome, or even Drew Brewer, but that offense, man, under Slater it was kind of slow, it was efficient, but it just didn't have that punch that we needed, man. And so we figured, hey, man, we bring this guy GINO Gannon in here, man. This guy's going to give us that flavor that we like. You guys know I like that flavor. So, yeah, I was really happy about the pick, man.
Hey, man, another thing is I completely forgot about the completely forgot about the player interview, man. Like, it's just so much that I have to control here. I guess it just slipped my mind. But, of course, GINO Gannon, he's not a submitted player, so he'll go off the board. Great pick here for you, Rob. Can't wait to see how that rivalry is going to be there between the Aviators and the Cougars with those 2 star quarterbacks who I'm pretty sure is going to be starters for this team from here on out. But let me go back to this, and I forgot to interview Eric Stroughter, man. He should have came on for the interview, man, and I completely forgot about it. So Eric Stroughter, if you are available right now in Discord, I am sorry about that, my guy. Hop on and we'll get you on, man, because I completely forgot about that myself. Like I said, first time doing the draft live, everyone. First time doing the draft live. But I think I'll pick it up as the time goes, because I mean,
another person too, Drew Brewer is available for an interview as well.
Oh yeah, Drew Brewer too. Yeah, skipped on both the guys. So let's get Drew and my guy. I'm gonna make sure I don't forget from here on out. So Drew and Stroughter, are they available? Are they able to hop in the call too right now, Bill?
I'm setting it right now. Rob, what is that role I gotta give him called? The league office?
Yeah, it might have been league office, something like that, or man, I can't remember what it was.
No. I know what it is now.
You got it? Okay.
What I did.
Yeah, I got to make sure to remember that, man. It's completely skipped my mind to have the guys on for the interview. We're going to have that interview with those 2 guys first, and then we're going to, of course, go on with the draft. But up next would be the Condors, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off the AFC side of the file here. I keep saying AFC, ARC, and go to the NRC. That's our new conferences now.
There it is. Okay, Brewers got it.
And the Condors are up, ready to pick. But no timer is starting yet, so we're going to have these interviews, have these guys hop on, talk with them about how they feel about getting picked, have a phone call with their coaches, and then after that, I'll make sure not to miss anybody else, and we'll be able to do it right when they're drafted.
Condor is going with, man.
Both guys are set and ready to go if they're able to, whoever you want first.
Okay, so both of you guys right now are set and able to hop
We
in
got
the
Drew
call.
Brewer in the chat right now.
Okay, so we got Drew in here. Drew, how you feeling, man? First overall pick, second player, I believe, in RFL history to do so. How are you feeling about that?
Oh, it's crazy, man. I had a feeling that I was going to go that way, but when I finally got the call from Coach Reed, the nerves started racking. I couldn't actually believe it.
Yeah, that I know that had to be a great feeling. You said you had a background. You didn't know much about football when you first joined, and you submitted Drew Brewer in the league. Didn't and like you said on multiple accounts on social media that you didn't even expect to be that high of a pick. But here you are, the first overall pick off the board and 84 overall. Like how's your feelings on just how the overall your background on how you found out about the league and just everything leading up to this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up playing rugby and never had an interest in playing football or really participating in it. And yeah, it was just one of those things where I came across the Columbus Explorers and it got me hooked. Wanted to give it a shot. So threw my player in, and I expected to be in the top 20, but I didn't expect to be number 1.
Mm-hmm. Incredible story, man. You're definitely gonna have a great career with the London Bulldogs. How'd your call go with Coach Reed? What did you guys talk about?
He was just wanting to see if I was ready to cause some mayhem in London.
Well, that I'm pretty sure you will, man. Can't wait to see what you do there. Congratulations on being the first overall pick in the RFL, and yeah, get ready for season 6, my guy.
Oh, I will.
Congratulations, Drew.
Yeah. Next up, we got Eric Stroughter, who is now a Toronto Thunderbird. A lot of hype around this kid as well. How you feeling about being on one of the league's top defenses to start out your career?
But y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah. Crazy. I've been watching the Thunderbirds for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I'm still shocked right now as we speak. I want to expect second pick, but time to get to work.
That's what I'm talking about. And Coach loves his defense, man. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be a starter day one.
Yes,
how do you feel playing with those top talented guys on that defensive side of the ball? What's your goals for your rookie season being on that defense?
I'm gonna have to compete, especially playing C.J. Robinson twice a year. I feel like it's gonna be a great season for me though. I got a lot of confidence. I talked to coach, so it's gonna be good.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations. You said you talked to coach. Let's ask about that. So, how'd your conversation with Coach Gozera go?
It was good. He was excited, but we talked about I can't talk about some stuff, but his coach is in here listening. But it was a good conversation. It's gonna
Oh man. Oh, you still
I ain't trying to spoil nothing.
Oh yeah, you ain't trying to spoil. It's all good.
Yeah.
I understand. So with that being said, man, once again, congratulations, man. T-Bird, can't wait to see what you do in season 6. 82 overall cornerback coming out of this draft, man. I know you're excited, man, and we're excited to see what you're going to do. We're a great college player. Pretty sure you're going to be one of the best RFL players in the future. That's for sure.
Sir.
Congratulations on being picked. That's probably the last nice thing I'm about to say to you for a while. You're my rival now.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Well, Eric Stroughter, and of course, we had Drew Brewer there getting picked. They're talking about themselves getting picked here. Let me clear off this board here so I can make sure that we're ready for the next one. So the Condors are on the board, and honestly, I don't have to put the timer up because the pick is already in. He definitely got more than 5 minutes with his, but he had it in the minute we even started talking, so he already knew who he was going to. So let's go ahead and put that pick is up graphic, and I'll be right back editing that. You guys go ahead and discuss. Who do you guys think the Sacramento Condors are going to take here with the 5th overall pick? I'll be right back.
What do you think, Bill? 7
don't
and
know,
9 on
man.
the season.
I
What do
think they need to
need,
do
man?
some defensive work here, man. I think if anything, this should be now after the draft board fell down where Ray goes, man. Like we know that the Condors have needed some help on defense. That was one of their downfalls last year. I think Ray stops here.
Yep. Ray Franklin, huh? I mean, I'm looking at this team here, and I mean, we did see them struggle. I feel like they kind of struggled on both sides of the ball this season here. Kind of a middle of the pack team. And they didn't really. I mean, they weren't the worst. But they did give up a lot of points, man. 28 points a game. Gave up almost 400 yards a game as a team. And so, I could see exactly what you're talking about there, as far as, getting that defensive player, but, kind of like a philosophy of mine too, though, man, is, you have to go with the player that makes sense, and the player that's going to most impact your team. And I'm a little worried a little bit about the offense. Obviously they've had issues with the running game. I know he's trying to, sort that out himself, and, the receivers are not there. I mean, you got, a couple of old guys, Roundtree's 30. But I mean, you never know, man. You never know what they could do here. I'm actually kind of a little antsy to see exactly what they're going to do here. What's the next moment for the Condors here?
I mean, I suppose. I mean, this could be a spot where a guy like Isaiah Streets could go, to try to give some help to Chase McCoy. I'm
Pick's in.
Oh, ready?
Yeah, pick is in, and we're about ready to get this thing rolling. So let me get this set up. And so
the newest Condor.
With the 5th pick in the RFL draft, the Sacramento Condors selects Ray Franklin, safety out of Clemson. 6'3", 216 pounds, 83 overall, 94 speed, 88 hit power, 83 zone coverage, run support, safety. This guy was an absolute stud, was projected to be taken second to the Toronto Thunderbirds, but here he is falling to 5th with a Condor. And speaking of this, the Condors, they just drafted themselves a heck of a beast safety just a season ago with Andre Evans, and now they pretty much had made their defense a no-fly zone at the safety position with both Evans and Franklin in the backfield.
I mean, didn't they just pick up Garland last offseason too at corner?
Yeah, that's cornerback. Yep, he's a little bit on the older side though, but yeah.
But they're retooling, man. That's I'm surprised he went this far back, man. I really am. Like, I'm not saying that any of the picks before him were wrong or at all, but I think we really thought he was going to go 2. And to see him fall all the way to the 5th pick, I think Coach Laramie's probably pretty happy about that.
Yeah, guys, check. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say right now, I believe that Nick Laramie is going to be able to. He's still talking with Ray Franklin right now, so we'll be able to throw him on for his interview. But I guess we already see a lot of people were excited to see Ray being taken here.
Yeah, something that I was listening to the interview with Ray Franklin earlier, man. He was just talking about, he didn't want to be that guy, man, who just went to a powerhouse team and then people just gave him all the, just said, hey, you're just good because you played for a great team. He wants to be in the mud, man. This guy here, he wants to play for. I'm not gonna say the Condors are the worst team, but he wants to play for a team where that he could help impact and turn things around. 7-9 last season here. Now they go ahead and get a stud there in the defensive area right now, and he wants to be the team leader. He wants to be the face here of the franchise for Sacramento right here, man. So I really like this pick right here, and I'm really happy that Ray Franklin is going to be able to carve out his own niche here in the RFL, man, on a good team.
And so we already know, man, good YouTube buddy of mine, Uncle Sam Rejects, just even more history on Ray Franklin. I mean, this guy, I remember watching his series. Actually, I'll talk with him on here, so it'll be better with him actually here. So USR, man, if you're able to hop in, you should be able to see where it says front off or league office at the bottom of the Discord. All you got to do is jump in there. When you jump in, you should be able to be on the call, and the stream will pick you up.
I got his role set up, so he should be all set to go.
All right. So, okay, he says he's ready now, so he should be able to hop in. And you said he's set up now, right?
Yep, he's got the role.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. We got Ray in the building, man. So how you feel about getting drafted? I mean, you know, we talked in the interview. You were expected to go second, but here you are. You know, when he interviewed you, we were talking about you playing, you know, for a powerhouse team. Now you're going to play for a team that, you know, is kind of on the build right now. What's your thoughts just being in that situation as opposed to what you thought or what we all thought you were going to be in with the Thunderbirds?
I mean, yeah, you know, I was projected to go top 2. I mean, you know, I think I'm top 2, not 2, but you know what I'm saying. Coach let me know before the draft even started. If I'm there at 5, he's taking me. And you know, with that attitude, there's no other place I'd rather be, because that coach knew from the beginning I was his guy to be the centerpiece of his defense. And you know, it's no better match made in heaven than that, because you know, as I stated in my interview and as I told Coach, wherever I go, you know what I mean, all I'm going to do is give it 100%, and we already know what I can do out there on the field. So as long as I stay within myself, I mean, I think I'm going to be A-okay.
Man, I think back on, I think it was, 3 years ago that I contacted you about Ray Franklin. And, like, I remember when I first stumbled across your channel, this was the first Road to Glory series that I watched of yours. For guys who don't know, definitely going to give him a shout-out. Uncle Sam's Reject. Check out his YouTube channel. Got a lot of great content. A lot of players I actually tried to contact him for, but I was so excited when I was actually able to, when he gave me the okay to enter Ray into the draft. Now, that was supposed to be in, I believe, my Backbreaker series way back then. So it was actually probably longer than that. So, I mean, now to see that you were finally drafted after that long process, I mean, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's crazy, actually, because, you know, I was still in the Army and living in Germany when you first contacted me. That was my first ever RTG series on my channel. You know what I mean? That was, like, when I first started my storytelling stuff. And, yeah, I remember you contacted me, but I was still, like, unaware. I was like, yeah, you know, I was such a small YouTuber back then. I was like, I really don't know why anybody would want to use Ray, but, you know, I was still, like, on the fence. But, you know, just seeing, like, how you guys have grown and how much effort you put into it, I was just, when you contacted me again, like, I didn't forget. So when you brought it back up, I was like, damn. I was like, oh, my bad if I cussed. I was like, damn. I was like, this is the perfect opportunity, because, you know, Ray to me, like, that's my guy. And as you know, like, a lot of people was into that series way back then. I think I had under 1,000 subs or like 1,000 subs, but to see him come to life on current gen, you know what I mean, with the Clemson team, and, you know, play true to his play style, to like how I played with them throughout that series, is just like absolutely insane. And, you know, hopefully in the future we can get Tyler Hawkins out here too, man.
Oh man, hey, let's make it happen.
See,
let's make it happen, man. I'm ready for it. I'm definitely ready for it. Let's bring some more heavy hitters out here. Definitely. But in terms of your phone call with Coach Laramie, you guys were talking. Anything else you guys were talking about on that?
I mean, he just called me and just said, you know, I definitely did not expect you to fall down to 5. I'm so glad you did. And, you know, he basically said you're the centerpiece of my defense. And, you know, I mean, what's a good defense without a good center fielder? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a match made in heaven. I mean, you know, it's like being with the girl. You know what I mean? You know, you got the real bad girl, the real sexy girl who, you know, got all the dudes, you know what I mean, at her neck, and she keep telling you that I don't need you. I can go get another dude tomorrow if I want. But then you got the other girl who might not be the 10. She's like a 6 or a 7, but she's all about you. You know what I'm saying? You know, everything you do. Like, you know, it's just a match made in heaven. You don't have to worry about her going elsewhere. You know you're not going elsewhere. And, you know what I mean? It's just you guys can just build something great together. It's
relationships 101 right there from USR, my guys. Make sure you pay attention to that. But, man, once again, congratulations. Still grateful of your submission with Ray Franklin. Can't wait to see what he does in the RFL as a Sacramento Condor. Is there anything you want to say to your fans? Because I know you got some Uncle Sam, USR fans in here in this chat right now. Anything you want to say about getting drafted and what to look forward to for this season?
Hey, man, hard-hitting, smash mouth, you know what I mean, turnover causing football, and we're going to run it up in Sacktown.
That's what I'm talking. Can't wait to see what that's gonna be, man. It's rebuild of the Condors. Looks like it just started with that pick right there with Ray Ray. Appreciate you coming in for the call.
All right, appreciate you guys for having me.
You have a good one.
Yep, you too.
So we got Ray Franklin, a Sacramento Condor now, guys. Hey, I wasn't expecting him to fall to the fifth either, and I think it was a great pickup for the Sacramento Condors. Still need some adjustments and picks up there for their defense, of course. But man, what a great one that was.
Yeah, this is just a great place for this guy to be. As I said earlier, man, great team for him to carve his own path. And man, he's chasing. You had the little comparison to Ash, and now you got another young guy out here and everything for Sacramento, man. I'm just excited just to see that something good go good for the purple Condors over there, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, so next up, we've done our talking. Now, I mean, it looks like the pick is in during that. So, yep. Let's go ahead and get that graphic going up as the Chicago Tigers pick is now in. And so I will be leaving, and I'll be right back to let you guys know who that player is.
And this is a tricky one here, Rob, man. I really don't know. I think the Tigers thought this draft was going to go a little bit more different for them. As you know, they got rid of Peyton Vanderbilt heading into the offseason.
Oh yeah.
As far from the only thing that they need to work on, man. I mean, like they got some offensive line, defense. Really glaring right now. What do you think they do here?
Obviously it's obvious that the quarterback situation is definitely an issue. The trade for Billy Johnson, I don't know if I'm a believer in Billy Johnson, man. I'm not sure if that's the guy that they need, but he's young and he can be developed. And so I'm really excited to see what Coach Relabi is going to be able to do with him. I think that was a smart move as far as team building goes. He was, in front of the Condors, and he said, hey, I can go ahead and get a young quarterback right here because I'm probably not going to get the guy of my choice. And then on top of that, he still is got a great opportunity right here to land a great player right here, man. I think that what he needs to do right now, man, is he needs to go and get talent. You know what I mean? Like, just get talent right now. And I can name a couple of wide receivers I think that this guy definitely should pick up, man. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, aside from picking for need, you also don't want to pick somebody that you need that's not the right time to pick them, and like you said, like a couple wide receivers, like I feel that for the most part, a lot of the big name guys on defense have gone. The two biggest names at quarterback have gone. The next person on my list that I think would be Isaiah Streets. And, they brought in Donald BREWER last year. He was a great free agency pickup for them. Now, you pair him with a guy like Isaiah Streets or even potentially Carlton Scruggs.
Yeah,
go along with Billy Johnson and help him on offense, man.
Yeah.
That could be good.
Look, man, I talk to you guys all the time, man. I love Streets. I love Scruggs though, man. And I feel that Streets, man, was in a system and he didn't perform as well as I thought he would have performed in the college series. And I know he's awesome and he made some huge plays, but man, if you watch any Ole Miss games, guys, you got to check this guy Scruggs out, man. This guy was mossing guys in the bottom, man. He didn't have a team around him, and he's just, who do you have, Dugan throwing to him or something like that, man? And so this guy's catching curve balls, screw balls, all type of balls. He's catching all over the place, man. Carlton Scruggs just has so much energy. And I'm not gonna. I know we got some Streets fans out there, man, but I think Carlton Scruggs is gonna be that nasty guy that the Tigers need to go with in this pick right here.
Well, the pick is in, and we'll finally get to decide. Well, decide who the new Chicago Tiger is going to be. So let me go ahead and make sure that I get that graphic ready to go here.
It was like perfect timing.
I know. I waited a few seconds. I wanted that to be perfect.
Nice.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Guys, we started off a little sloppy, but we got it all set, ready.
Got it rolling. The first time doing this, so I could tell you.
Three-man weave.
In the future, this is going to be a lot better. But hey, it's time to announce the pick here. Let me make sure I got my cheer button ready here. Make sure it's on cue. So, with the 6th overall pick in the RFL draft, the Chicago Tigers selects Jocko Goliath.
Wow.
A middle linebacker out of Ole Miss. 78 overall. Field general linebacker. 87 speed, 84 hit power, 83 tackling. What you guys' thoughts on Big Jocko, the Goliath, going to Chicago?
Oh, man.
I mean, it's a great pick. I love Jocko. Did not see him going here, man. You know, like they got Reese Goodall there. They got Antoine Muldrow still.
I know, man.
I
was
just
about to run at 46
here.
next year. It's like he must be switching it up here. He went Ole Miss, but he didn't get the Ole Miss guys I thought he should have got, man. But it's a great pickup. Jocko is definitely a mammoth here, and he's a great linebacker. I actually looked at him myself. I think he got a solid guy in the interior right here, man. But man, I don't know, man. Missed opportunity, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to call it for coach. Congratulations to Jocko Goliath.
Yeah, Jocko Goliath, he was a beast player at Ole Miss. When it comes to linebackers, I can kind of see it. Maybe, the Chicago Tigers linebackers maybe getting a little bit old, but not really. I was also with you guys expecting them to possibly, get a wide receiver here, or just probably somewhere else on the defense, like another safety. But after Ray Ray's been off the board, pretty sure they would have went with Ray Ray if he was available here. But instead, they go down into the second level with Jocko. And I still think this is a pretty good addition here to the team. And I think he'll play pretty great. I mean, you can already see, man, he played great at Ole Miss as a Rebel. 87 speed, that's really good, decent speed for a linebacker. You already know he hits hard. And he's a pretty good, solid tackler coming in as a rookie at that 78 overall. I'm interested to see what he does there. But, it's going to be interesting to see, what he's going to do with them there in Chicago.
Like I don't want to make it seem like this is a bad pick. Jocko Goliath is a tremendous prospect and a great player to bring into any team. He's going to help the team. Like you said, like their linebackers are getting a little bit older. Muldrow's 30, 31. Wesley Griffith, I think, is the starter. He's 28. They got a lot of guys who are either just starting their career or getting towards the end of it. So, it's sort of a revamp of the defense to go along with them corners that they have. We all know that they have a pretty good cornerback group. I just like Rob said, and like you even said, like I just really expected a guy like Carlton Scruggs to go here, just basing off the fact that while the linebacker spot is not exactly a tremendous asset of theirs, it's not exactly the worst either. But end of the day, great pick for the Tigers.
And I know Jocko Goliath is a submitted player. He said get Jocko on the call. Okay, so coach, the Chicago Tigers coach Ralabi has talked with him, and Jocko we'll try to set you up. Is he set up yet?
Set him up right now.
Okay, so he's getting set up. We're going to have you in on the call to talk about how it feels to be a new Chicago Tiger. Next up after this pick, you got a good amount of time here going. Coach James is the Gunners will be on the clock after we discuss and have this interview with him.
You should be all set to go.
All right, so Jocko, we got you set up. When you can, jump into the league office at the bottom of the Discord, and we should have you all in here. Let me know when he's in, because I can't tell when somebody does get in.
All right.
So Coach Ralabi, just in case if he doesn't show up shortly, did he say he was going to be able to hop on?
Here he comes.
Okay.
Here he is.
Okay, so he's in there. Okay, so what's going on, Jocko? How you feeling, man? Chicago Tiger. How you feeling about
let's get
going
this.
to Chi-Town? Yeah, I said, how you feeling about going to Chi-Town?
I love it, man. I love it.
And one thing we knew about you in your college career, he was a heavy hitter, made a lot of big plays. Now you're going to a team, they definitely need some help in areas on defense, and you could very well be an anchor. How did your call with Coach Ralabi go? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Could you hear?
Yeah, it's echoed up.
So, you want me to ask it again?
The call with the coach went very well.
Okay. I hope he's not talking and the Discord's cutting him out. You think that's happening right now?
Not
That's probably what's
100%
going
sure.
on. I think he's with the services not working with us right now.
Oh man. So you could probably hear me right now, but I can't hear you, Jocko. So we might have to close out this interview. Unfortunately, can you hear me right now? Are you able to talk right now?
Just left. Let's see if he comes back in.
Okay, yeah. Hop back in and see if we can get you back on.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So I'll cut him right back out, I think.
Hear y'all.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably gonna be able to hear us, but it looks like Discord's having a problem. Maybe are you in a bad area?
I got all my bars here.
I don't know what's going on then.
He came through a little bit good that time.
Yeah,
I wonder if he's using push to talk.
Are you using push to talk?
No, I'm using my mic.
Okay. Well, I guess you can. I'm gonna ask the question again, then just see how this goes. But how'd your call with Coach Relabi go?
He just backed out now.
He just backed out again?
Yeah.
All right, we'll try him one more time. Let me know when he hops back in here.
Still has not come back in.
Okay, well that's unfortunate. He definitely amped up, submitted prospect that is wanted to hear his opinions and everything on how he feels being a Tiger. But just so this stream doesn't run over time, we do have to move on, unfortunately, and so that he doesn't hop in during the as we're going on. Can you take that roll away, and hopefully we can have another interview with
already way ahead of you, bro.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. A little cheer for Jocko.
Yeah, get a little cheer for Jocko, man.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Jocko. Unfortunate, man. Discord sometimes can be a pain. Yeah. But we got the Gunners now on the board, and with the Gunners being on the board, the pick is already in, my guys.
Oh.
So I'm going to be out of here, get that graphic ready for you guys, and I'll announce the pick.
Yeah.
You guys discuss.
Hey, Bill, I got a lot to say about this one right here, man.
Go ahead, man. Take her away.
Man, look, man. I talked to Coach James last year, man. He knows, man. I want this guy to get a wide receiver, man. I know he just got K in. He traded away Colt Cruz and everything. I just want to see Jabri Jackson have some options on the field, man. We know the guy can run. He's got Ronnie Nickens out there. You know, they're getting him going to get toward the end of the season. The power run was looking very, very good here. I know they need some defense. I understand they need defense. Now, I believe in defense. But, man, Jabri Jackson is 30 years of age, guys, and I want to see this guy make a run, man. I want to see this guy get some glory here. I think they need to go ahead and get this guy some weapons, man, so these guys can not struggle like I saw them struggling to score at times last season.
I agree 100%, man. 100%. I know there's other areas they might need, but to me, we saw the one issue with them last year. They couldn't consistently produce on offense. Jabri cannot do it by himself. Got maybe a year or two left with the kind of quarterback he is before he's not going to be as effective. Go get him a big target. Go get Scruggs, bring him in, and give Jabri some weapens. I agree 100%, man.
And this is an upgrade too. I mean, respect to Colt Cruz, and he's a Lancer now. Even if they want Streets, man, wow, that is just ridiculous. If they get Streets, man, so they could go Streets or Scruggs right here. But man, give this guy some options, man. Some guys who can run some routes, some guys who can get separation, some guys who want to get into the end zone, man. And I think that's what they do right here.
And I understand that Colt Cruz or Streets is there, but given the fact that there was such a sort of a failure to produce for Colt Cruz, I almost just wonder if it's maybe they need a big body guy there instead, which is why I think Scruggs should be the pick.
Well, the pick is in, and it's time to make the announcement. And we get the graphics set up. And so, with the 7th pick in the RFL draft, The Houston Gunners selects Carlton Scruggs,
Yes.
wide receiver from Ole Miss. 78 overall, deep threat wide receiver, 90 speed, 85 catching, 85 catch in traffic. This guy was a monster in Ole Miss. Didn't have over 1,000 yards, but they pretty much used him primarily at slot for some reason. Wasn't on the outside, and as you mentioned earlier, did not have the best quarterback situation with Cameron Dugan. With that being said, what's you guys' thoughts on this pick? And it's pretty much right on the money with you guys' predictions.
You going or?
Oh yeah, I can go, man. Like,
Yeah,
this is perfect, man. This is exactly what I expected. Like, I'm not saying Streets is any less of a receiver than Scruggs. Me personally, I appreciate the big body receivers, and I think that's exactly what Jabri needs. And I'm excited for him to go here.
And this guy. Oh no! Just to add, man. Look, I saw this guy catch some amazing balls that were not all that great. Thrown to him, man, and I just can't imagine him with Jabri Jackson right now, man. It's an excellent pick right here, A across the board.
Yeah, so one thing we do have to try to move this show fast because we are only on pick 7. With that being said, let's try to get Carlton Scruggs on the call because Coach did say he was available, and I'll try to get myself into a rhythm to move this pace faster because it has been a little bit longer process.
He's already in here,
and he's already in here. Okay, so Carlton Scruggs, former Rebel, now a Gunner. How do you feel to be there in Houston?
Oh, I feel great. To be honest with you, I was a little bit nervous there at the end. It was taking a minute, and I was like, uh-oh. But, Coach, he brought me in. He just asked me, like, did I want to be a Gunner? And I was like 100% without a doubt.
Well, man, I think you're going to be a top target for sure there. Of course, they just brought in DeAndre Cann. How does it feel to be on the opposite side of DeAndre Cann with a 2-time conference MVP, Jabri Jackson, throwing you the ball?
And my almost says he's fixing to get a 3rd MVP, bro. This is different. We coming in here, and this offense different. We're not playing no games. We got a duo. Y'all fixing to see like things are changing. This ain't the team from last year. All right, we're fixing to put up points, and Jabri fixing to come in here and blow everybody out. That's all I'm saying.
Love the confidence, man. They always been confident. I've seen some of even the comments in the games for you speaking for your player, man. Very confident in your player, Carlton Scruggs, saying that he's going to be a monster. A lot of people already agree, like, hey, this is a top ranked receiver. And here you are, the first receiver taken off the board, man. How does it feel to be that first receiver?
Man, it feels good. And all respect to Streets, bro. Like, I respect Streets a lot. He's a great player. But I think I just showed, like y'all said, I love Ole Miss and we're a great team, but LSU's been stacked. And I thought I showed like I was able to put stuff up and I was one-on-one with a lot of great guys, Alexander, I'm sure y'all saw that in prime time. I was pretty much my biggest claim to fame.
Yeah.
So and that ain't stopping in college. That's coming with me.
Yeah, we can see that 85 catching traffic for a rookie. That's great, and I can't wait to see what you do in those one-on-one situations in the RFL there, going on the NRC side, man. But congratulations. Thank you for joining, and best of luck to you in Season 6.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right, man. You have a good one, man. Let's go ahead and keep the ball rolling here as we now move on. Let me go ahead and take this off to the next pick, which is the Armadillo. So I got to hop out of here.
Armadillos.
Let me just say this real quick before we move on to the Armadillos, man. NFC East has been put on notice. Wow. He came in guns a-blazing.
I'll tell you, man. That's the kind of player you want, man. You want a player who believes in the system, and going to work hard. So I think that's
all right, guys. So I'm gonna hop out of here. I'm gonna make the pick for the Armadillos, but y'all go ahead. Y'all can talk about who you guys think is going to be taken, and I'll be right back when the pick and everything's in.
All right. Let's see here. We got the Armadillos. Well,
everybody.
They got, man, I think they got their answer at quarterback. I know that he had some up and down so far, but I think the Armadillos are set with Devin Wade. Got Carlos Berry. They got a couple of weapons. I think this is where we might see another defensive guy go off the board, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. This team, even though it was 9-7 this season, This was in the ARC. This was a top 10 offense. 7 in points per game at 27. 392 yards a game at fifth. Passing yards, they had 281, and rushing yards 111. What it was two things: the inconsistency of Wade in the system. Obviously be the guy for next year. But the defense, man, was just dismal. Looking at them giving up 25 points a game, giving up close to 360 yards, of offense. They did a pretty good job of maintaining, under 100 yards, just under 100 yards rushing a game, getting so they didn't get ran on a whole bunch. But they struggled, and they were toward the bottom of the league as far as defense goes. So I think you're right here. I think they definitely are going to more than likely probably go, with a defensive player here. And, I don't know if we're going to see a defensive lineman here, or maybe I think the linebacker core has Dombrowski there. So you never know, man. Maybe is there a cornerback? We got another cornerback here. What do you think, man?
Oh man, yeah. Like I'm looking here, man, and they have a couple of guys at corner. I could possibly see that, or maybe even another safety go here. I mean, we do have a couple more safeties on the board: Bowen and Chappelle, and Shaq Tiller, though, at corner is still a solid pick. Maybe they go D line. They do have, they have Jake Wycheck, so that's not a area of need. But the other side is a little bit lacking. Maybe a guy like Staten could go here for them.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, you mentioned safety here. Now they've got a Heaney here. They are a little bit weak here at strong safety, and obviously with a strong safety you can do a lot with him. It's possible that they go with one of these safeties and maybe convert them over or something like that. I mean, you never know. So we can see.
First surprise us all and to go Greg Pounds. I don't see him going quite yet, but he is the top strong safety in this draft class.
And I actually just looked over at the chat. Justin Jones is asking about Tiller, man. Whoa, it's a big name.
That could be another pick, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, they have Mike O'Neill. But after Mike O'Neill, draft is 28. Robinson is 27. Alston's 33. McLeod is 30.
Yeah.
These guys are not getting any younger, and they need some youthfulness in that secondary. So I mean, their pick at this point, I think, would be a solid one for them.
So I'm seeing a graphic on the screen. It says the pick is in. I didn't hear the little chime, but the commissioner, I'm pretty sure, is on his way. But man, drum roll going on right now. Who are the Armadillos going to take? I think we're all in agreement that they probably need to go ahead and take a defender right now.
The only other thing I could possibly see.
It seems like there's an issue. One of our guys, I don't think he subbed out right, so I have to try to hop. If I jump on the Armadillos right now,
no.
That they would pick, right?
Yeah, I would pick, and also I don't want you to get locked out of the franchise, or.
Yeah, I don't think it'll lock you up because our guys are switching. But there's nobody on the Armadillos, so unfortunately, it seems like I can't make the pick, and it has to be simmed. So I don't know what happened. Romo said that I think he must have accidentally press leave the franchise or something.
Oh, okay. So would you like me to? Well, no, I'm not in the. Oh yeah, I'm in the ARC. So should I leave my team and jump over there and try to pick for them? I don't even know if it'll let me pick for them.
It's not gonna let you pick, man.
It's not gonna. Yeah, so it's gonna have to be simmed, unfortunately. I don't know what happened with Coach Romo. Right. He must have pressed the wrong thing when he switched teams. So let me invite him back. I'll be right back, and we'll have to sim that.
Oh, if nobody is on them, oh no, that's not going to work. Never mind.
Somewhere Devin Wade is shaking his head right now. Oh. Whoa, Smitty. Are you muted? Okay.
We're muted right now?
Yeah, he's muted.
Oh, why is this shit so difficult, man? Why is this crap difficult? Is that better?
God.
Well, it looks like things got real in the building. So I'm back. And yeah, unfortunately we got to sim this pick. And I haven't done this in a while, so I hope I don't press the wrong thing.
I want to put some up on the screen though, so they don't see who actually gets picked in case it's another player that's about to get drafted later.
Let me hit the graphic. And so said advance to next pick. That's what I picked, right? Just to make sure. Yeah, advance to next pick. Oh wow. Okay.
Big shout out to the community for hanging in there with us, man, and we apologize for the language here, but hey, we probably got like 80 screens open between the three of us alone, so you guys can understand that sometimes things get a little bit, hectic. Appreciate
It'd be
you
great
guys.
if all of a sudden they just randomly picked the guy that you were going to pick anyway.
Yeah.
Smitty, you should go ahead and look at, just go to your draft board and see if you can draft somebody. Oh, didn't pick the right person, did it? Oh, but did it pick did it pick somebody that we're going to pick for him? Is what I'm saying.
He's saying, did they take a pick that you approve of, or is it just Yeah. Big shout out to Bloxburg Games, KZ Plays, Backman out here.
All right, I'm back here with this.
Nothing. All right.
And out ready to announce the pick here. And so, with the 8th pick in the RFL draft, the Austin Armadillos selects Joshua Moore, middle linebacker out of UCLA, 76 overall run stopper. He's got 86 hit power, 84 tackling, 82 pursuit. And so with that pick, what's your thoughts on that? And by the way, Rummel, I sent you an invite back.
I like it, man. It's a linebacker, yeah. Go ahead, Bill.
I was just gonna say, I mean, it's not a terrible pick, I guess. If I remember correctly, the Armadillos were on a 3-4. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a good person to pair with Dombrowski. They still have Cunningham there, but that's always, you can always move linebackers around to fill spots. So not a bad pick here. They fill a need. We know they needed defense, and they get a little bit younger in the linebacker core.
Yeah, we're talking about a solid 34 here too. They got Heath and Rodenhauser there, Dombrowski, Michael Kelly, 21 years of age as well. So I mean, they're stacked now.
They're definitely stacked with some age here. Some young guys. So I mean, maybe not the most ideal pick. Probably could have went somewhere else, but unfortunately had to sim it, and we'll have to move on to the next pick, which will be still in the AFC. The Conquistadors are on the board, and I can't reach out to the guy. So unfortunately, since this is a submitted prospect and I couldn't reach out to him, then I can't have him on the call. I don't even think he's in the Discord, unfortunately. So
I was gonna say, I don't think he's in the Discord.
Yeah. But all right. So the Conquistadors are now on the clock. I got to leave for that pick, and hopefully somebody's on them, man. I'll be right back to put that in and see what's up.
All right, Rob, what do you think we got with the Conquistadors here, man?
Man, this is a great team. Very, very young team. Players all over the field here for them. Solid defensive linemen and Antonio Griggs. I like the linebackers with Burley and obviously Pestic. Huge there. Let's see. Looking at the DBs here, we got Russell. We got Last Chance, obviously here. Bromley was, he's okay. It's looking like maybe a DB. They do have Whiteside over the top. They could possibly go with a safety here, or maybe they go somewhere else. Looking at this here, obviously Chumlee he's sewn, he's good. Don't need a quarterback, don't need a halfback at all. They've got Road Nana and Damani Manuel. Wide receivers, man. Wide receivers. Now we got Bulk Ulrich here, and we got Machiavelli here. I don't know. Victor Middleton here. I mean, they're young. I don't know. I don't know, man. This could be I think anything they choose right here is going to be a good pick.
Yeah, there's a lot of options they have here. They could go wide receiver. Streets is available.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if everybody expected him to be available at this spot.
Yeah.
One particular spot that I know that they need to fill, but I just don't know if it's the right time, is defensive tackle. They have Deion Spencer, who's a 70 overall, and it just gets worse from there, man. If they go defense, I think it's got to be on the D line. Aside from that, man, it's sort of a whoever they take, as long as it's not like a running back or a safety, I think they should be good. Yeah,
man. If you're talking about defensive tackles, man, Sergio Woods is out here somewhere. You never know. So a lot of DTs here in the draft, man. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there.
I see a lot of people asking about O-line. O-line is very important, but really at the end of the day, the Conquistadors are not that bad in the O-line department. They have a 26-year-old, 77 overall left tackle. They have a 75 overall, 26-year-old left guard. They have two 77 overall centers, an 84 overall right guard, and a 76 overall right tackle. They really, it's not a big area of need for them at this time. So I definitely think that D-line would come ahead of that O-line for them at this pick. Oh, yeah, yes, Tiller's still available. Some of these guys are starting to fall through the cracks a little bit. Maybe not fall through the cracks, but we're starting to forget about them,
Yeah. Big shout out to Matt Ammo with a $10 donate. We appreciate that, man.
Oh, yeah, $10.
Somebody go order a pizza.
Oh, man, that sounds good. I'm hungry, too.
Oh, I know it.
All right, guys, I am back. I got the graphic ready, and the Conquistadors, I'm ready to announce their pick. And, did the graphic not save? Okay, got to save the graphic again. Okay, it should be there now. And yep, there it goes. And so, with the 9th pick in the RFL draft, the Mexico City Conquistadors selects Dominic Moore, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. 78 overall power rusher, 93 strength, 83 hit power, and 80 power moves. What do you guys think about this pick?
Called it, man. They needed a D tackle. They went and got the best one on the board. He comes in a couple overalls better than I even thought he was going to be, and he'll be a day one starter for them. No question about it.
This guy had 7 tackle for losses, And man, he really likes to get into the backfield, man. Very physical DT. I think that's just a great pick right there. You called it, man. Hats off to you, man.
Yeah. So
One thing I've noticed here, man, is Ole Miss has got a lot of guys going off the board early here.
I know this is making it rain right now. So is Unspoken Mark, Coach Zero dropping a $20 donate all the way from Canada. We appreciate you, man.
Dub Club. Yeah, so with that pick being made, not a submitted player, trying to speed up this process. But this is kind of moving. I'll get adjusted to it, but we pretty much already knew they needed to address this area. Dominic Moore, your new Mexico City conquistador, and we're going to be moving on to the next pick, which is going to be the Mexico City on the NRC side with the Diablos. So I'll be right back with that pick. You guys can discuss who you guys think that's going to be.
Diablos.
The Diablos, man.
Diablos, man. Let's take a look and see what we got for the Diablos. One of the things that I have pegged for them is defensive end as well. They got my old defensive end Rodriguez George last season, but he had a pretty big hit on the regression scale. And they had a lot of guys on defense that they picked up, but just nobody has really panned out. They have William Yost, first round pick from last year, but they need somebody else to go with him. Right now, Malcolm Bitonio is the starter on the left side, and he is a 66 overall, man. So to me, I think they need to go D end here. If it's not D end, man, I'm not sure. Maybe they try to grab a guy like Parker Thomas or Kevin Crockett off the board to sit behind Aaron Pritchett.
Oh yeah, he's getting up there in age, man. They got the old Alzheimer's clubs up here, man. 36, 38. What's going on here, man? Sheesh. But yeah, man. Hey, looking at this team here, they don't need any more offense, man. They were a top 7 team, 5th in points in the offense, 4th in yards a game, 6th averaging in passing yards, and 118.8 yards on the ground, sitting at 9th there in the NRC. On the defense, though, man, they were terrible, giving up 25 points a game. Gonna be very, very hard to win ball games like that. Giving up almost 400 yards of offense a game. So it was just a quarterback's, dream to play the Diablos last season here. And I think you're right, man. I think they need to go ahead and bolster up that defense here. They need to pick somebody, man, to stop the hemorrhaging that's going on here in Mexico City, man.
And then one other last person that they could really possibly target would be Tiller here, because they have Shiloh behind him. Iron Heart, he's 30. Cedric Shaw is 33. And then after that, man, it's not a pretty sight. So maybe Tiller goes here as well. Something on the defense, that's the way I see it, man.
Yeah, it's bad when your starting left end is 32 years of age and only 66 overall. I mean, sheesh.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? Something's wrong with that, man.
Yeah. They need to trade in some of these linebackers for some D linemen, it looks like.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, man, they got a lot of linebackers.
Yeah, get Pinkston some help here, man. Really liked the play out of Joseph Pinkston last season. So yeah, it'd be really, really nice to see them, get some more guys here, man, as they can compete. Okay.
I mean, outside of the defensive line and corner, man, they really, to me, they're only missing a couple of key spots. I don't think that it's because Haskins, he's 30, but he's still a dominant guy in the backfield. If they could give Haskins and Yost, really, who's really become a part of a staple of this team, some help, and man, I could see their defense being a little bit more pressure on some teams next season.
Again, they're kind of aging a little bit here in the DB section. I mean, they do have Shiloh. I'm seeing here. Iron Hardy's 30. 81 overall. Got an old head with Cedric Shaw. I mean, they could possibly go with the DB here as well. But it's agreed that they definitely need to go a defensive player right now, and I think that's the chime right there.
Oh shoot! Well, it's time to go ahead and make the pick announcement here, and back out of here. We still got something going on with the staff trying to organize who's on the Diablos here. But let me go ahead and get this thing situated. So I'll bring up the graphic. And we go. Okay. And so with the 10th pick in the RFL draft, the Mexico City Diablos selects Timothy Staten, defensive end out of Wisconsin. 76 overall, 85 strength, 83 speed, and 80 tackling. I guess while we talk on the board, we'll have who's next? Yeah, so Bulldogs will be next after this pick here. So,
okay.
And it's nice to see Wisconsin Badger finally get selected. Nobody seems to be a fan of him, but I'm holding it down for Wisconsin. Glad to see Staten go here. And of course, one of the biggest needs that they needed, man. What do you think about it?
Oh yeah, I love it, man. Like you said, man, talking about William Yost, need to get William Yost some extra help. And now they got a starting rookie defensive end right here, man, to complement him very, very well on the other side, man. A big guy, 6'3", 260 pounds, a speed rusher's got some nice speed on him. You can see the tackle and strength there, man. I can see this guy's going to be coming off that edge, man, and definitely going to give them some help they need to kind of close in that run game and not allow teams to put up over 100 rushing yards on them a game, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, man, this Staten is really sort of like the last big name defensive lineman that we have at this point. So it's a good thing to see him go here finally. Diablos get a guy that they desperately needed, and you get to see Wisconsin go off the board, man. I'm excited.
All right, so
it sounds like you got the Bulldogs in the backyard right there. They got the next pick, don't they?
Yeah, the Bulldogs do have the next pick. And speaking of the Bulldogs, their pick is already in, and I'll be back with their selection here, making that graphic right now.
Oh yeah, man. This would be very, very interesting, man, to see what the Bulldogs going, man. Went and traded, got 3 top picks, trying to pull their best Thunderbird impression here, man. And man, they already got Brewer. What do you think they go here, Bill?
Oh man, I'm not 100% sure for them at this point because I think they even have another pick after this yet. One spot though, I think that they could go after, man, is maybe this is where Isaiah Streets finally goes, man. Like, he's sort of going back a little bit. I don't think everybody thought he'd be available at this point, and I don't think the Bulldogs thought he would be here. So I'd pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, I think I'd pull the trigger on Isaiah Streets as well. Bulldogs have nothing to lose, man. You go out, you get the best defensive player in the game, and Drew Brewer. Now you got a chance to get one of the top wide receivers here, man. At this pick, man. Hey, they got Stanley Whitehead out there. They got they got a lot of guys out there, man. This would be amazing if they pull another wide receiver here, man, to complement this team for Mr. Timmy Merritt.
All right, guys. Well, the pick is in for the London Bulldogs, and I'll go ahead and get that graphic ready for you guys. Take Timothy Staten off of here. And let's get ready to see who our new London Bulldog is. All right. And so with the 11th pick in the RFL draft, the London Bulldogs selects Shaq Tiller out of Virginia Tech. 79 overall zone cornerback, 91 speed, 88 zone coverage, and 85 man. What's your thoughts on this pick?
And I don't know why I didn't think about it. I think that it's gotten to the point where I'm forgetting that Tiller is still just sitting out there for people to pluck. And you can't be happier if you're a Bulldogs fan right now, being able to get Drew Brewer and then turn around and get the second best corner in the draft.
Hey, man, look, you guys heard that saying, white on rice. This is exactly how this guy, Shaquille Tiller, plays the ball, man. He is all over the ball. Got to watch his games, man. Guy just was interception king. Man, just played so well. A little short guy, man. 5'9", 194 pounds, but amazing speed, great zone coverage. You can see here, good man coverage. And this guy is just like sticky putty, man, to the football. He's all over it. I really like what Coach Reed did here. It's going to be a solid player here in this DB core.
Yeah, excellent player. He led the college series in interceptions. Dude, just like you said, white on rice, and you can just see it even from the image. Even his pictures got him getting a pick off on Iowa. 5'9", 194 pounds. He may be a little bit short, but he sure does know how to locate the ball. Great pick here for the London Bulldogs. And the Black Knights are now on the clock. And with the Black Knights being on the clock, I'll go ahead and hop off and make the pick for them and be back quickly. I'm still trying to speed up this process, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Black Knights, man, interesting offseason for them. You know, released the quarterback Holden Wolf. He was just sitting out in free agency, and they aggressively pursued him again in the offseason. Signed him back to the 1-year deal. I can't remember how much it was for, but it was for a lot. Team, you know, offensively just struggled all last season against RFL teams. 24th in points, a game to 22, 19 with passing yards, 12th with 12th with passing yards, and 28th with rushing yards here. They've got a lot of talent around the team, but it's just something not clicking right with this team here, Bill. And I'm kind of wondering, what do they do? What are they going to do here? Obviously, they do have an aging quarterback, but I think that's probably out the window with all the quarterbacks that have been taken in this draft right now. So I'm not sure if maybe they're also looking at defense here, or if they're going to shock us right now, man, and go with an offensive guy.
Oh man, if they're going to go offense here, him is the last team, man. Streets has to be one of these picks coming up. I don't think anybody expected him to still be available.
Mm-hmm.
And got Rashawn Faison and DJ Nance. Both are on the tail ends of the career.
Mm-hmm.
Next guy up is Ayush Patel, who was I think a mid-round pick last year. They need some help out that wide receiver core. If they bypass linebacker, which I have down as one of their needs, then I think they got to go receiver and take Streets off the board.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right there. And this will be an interesting discussion here, man. See what they can do here. I know Strongley was definitely a leader in this receiving game this season as well. This past season, I should say. So yeah, you might be right here, man. Maybe they bolster themselves up and go and land Streets. And shout out to Hustle or Nothing with the $20 donnie. My grandma walked in and thought I was watching a real draft. Excellent work, fellas.
Grandma.
Go Red Dragons and Crusaders. League first, man. Shout out to Hustle or Nothing, man. We appreciate that, man. That's awesome right there. What up, Grandma?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. We are a real draft right now. We're just like the guys on NFL Network.
Oh yeah, man. We try to maintain professionalism in all we do.
Oh man, I'm excited to see what this pick's gonna be, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to get to my pick, man. I gotta wait a while, man.
All right, so I'm back here and about ready to get this graphic shown here. Let me back out of this. Almost giving away the pick every time when I do that.
There you are.
Delete that. Okay, so Black Knights on the board, getting the graphic ready. And so with the 12th pick in the RFL draft, the London Black Knights selects Roland Carter, middle linebacker out of UCF, 73 overall, 86 speed, 83 tackling, 83 pursuits. He's now a London Black Knight. What do you guys think about this pick?
Oh, I said linebacker was a need, and it really was. I'm a little surprised that they left a guy like Street sitting on the board when I don't think the Black Knights expect him to be here. But at the end of the day, Roland Carter's a solid pick. Definitely is a need that they desperately needed to fill in this draft. They do it right in the first round. I think it's a good pick.
I think they could have went either way here. Obviously, the best player on the linebacker court they have is Rashard Patrick, and he's 30 years of age. And I don't see anybody else that even comes close to Roland Carter right now. He's going to be the man of the future here, and it's a solid pick for the Black Knights.
Yeah. So next up we have the Elks. So I got to hop on there, and I got to get with the Elks coach. So that is somebody on the Elks. Man, another situation we got here because right now, Law is not on. I don't believe he's on his game at the moment. So
is his liaison on the game? He's not on the team.
I don't believe so, man. And wow.
So someone has to jump on the Elks then and make a pick.
Yeah, but I think he's still on the Elks, like with his
Oh, he's
account.
on the Elks.
Yeah, he's still on the
Okay,
Elks.
so we'll have to have somebody got to sign in as him.
Hey, hold on. Justin says that this is his pick.
Oh, it's Justin says it's
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody reach out to what's his name though, ASAP.
Yeah, somebody.
I'm kicking him right now.
All right, yeah, and then man, somebody, please, right now, who's helping us out, make sure to hop on the Elks when they're coming up. Pay attention to when they're supposed to be coming up. From what I see right now, they're not coming up yet. They're later in the round. I think like in the 28th or something like that. So we'll wait. But
They're asking if you need him. Do you want him to be the one to jump on the Elks?
Who?
Coach James. He's asking, do y'all need me?
Yeah, we can. But I think with whoever's in there right now in the rotation, just because I can't send an invitation right now.
Before we go any farther,
Okay.
somebody needs to get on the Steelers in the NFC file.
So nobody's on the Steelers. Wow. Okay.
Is there a possible way to send me an invite and I can jump over there?
Well, they're on the board right now, so it looks like that's going to have to get simmed too, man. That's crazy. What is going on, staff? What is going on, guys? Like I said, excuse us, guys. Sorry, this is the first time we've went live with this. Next time we do a live draft, definitely be more better. We're going to test out a lot more, but man, got to follow the list we got out there, guys. So do you think it would allow me to pick, you said, for this team?
That's always the question.
Okay, somebody picked for the Steelers. Thank God. Okay, Joshua Moore just got taken off. So now the Steamers are on the board. Wow. I thought we missed that one. So with the Steamers on the board, this is Justin's pick. Who do you guys think he's going to go with? Oh, he already. Okay, so that pick's already in.
It's already picked.
Yeah.
Oh, I just.
Well, I guess you guys can debate while I create that graphic. I'll be right back.
Steamers. Who do the Steamers need? Let's see.
I said it earlier at the podcast, man. I think it's defense.
I think they need to go defense here.
Yep.
I think he wants to bolster his DB core.
Yeah. They need some help on defense, man. And I think this is where we see another safety go. I think this is where another guy goes, like Bowen or Chappelle or what's the other guy? Cody John, I think his name is. I'm not sure on all of the names at this point.
What about Jacob Kane, man? Jacob Kane.
Oh, yes, Jacob Kane.
Roll Tide. Oh, my bad. Oklahoma.
Sorry for the extra commentary, guys. Apparently the dogs want to be on the live stream as well, too, man. It's always the most inconvenient times when that kind of stuff happens, you know. Look at this team. Let me get over to the Steamers and let's see what they could possibly go after outside of secondary, because I feel like that's what the pick's going to be. But
still out here, we're getting some murmurs.
Let's see here. So something that could just go completely off the board here, randomly. What if they take a running back here to replace Kerrigan?
Well, we'll see, because the pick's in right now.
There we go.
All right. And I'm going to get that set up. And so, with the 13th pick in the RFL draft, the Memphis Steamers select Mansour Chappelle, safety out of Stanford, an 80 overall, 91 speed, 88 hit power, 85 zone coverage. Thoughts on the pick?
It's a great pick right there, man. Might not have been the top safety technically on the board, but you can't complain about that. Jones knew who he wanted to get. He went out and got him. Great pick.
Yeah, this guy's definitely a stud, man. Saw a few of his games. Definitely likes to knock guys around and everything. Great community member as well. So, yeah, man. I mean, I think it's a good pick for them here. And they got their guy.
Yeah, a great pick right here. He was definitely high on picking Mansour Chappelle, and he came out a great overall. I remember we was having our debates and everything, and he was just so high on this guy. And well, it's good to stick with your gut because it definitely paid off with this draft pick right here. Hard-hitting safety. He made a lot of huge plays there as a Stanford Cardinal, and I know he's going to make a lot of huge plays with the Memphis Steamers. Now let's get ready for the next pick here, which is I have to step away because now the Diablos are back on the clock here. Well, technically there's no clock.
They had a pick already.
Yeah, so the Diablos back on the board here, and I'll be back getting that pick ready.
Oh, Rob, we saw him go DN last time, man. Where do you think the Diablos go now?
Probably go DB now. Let's see. Coming back to him here. Looks like Noah had Shaquille Tiller being the guy that they were going to get. that didn't.
That's not happening.
Yeah. So let's see. Going back here. Yeah, man. I'm thinking. Maybe. Ooh, wait a second. No. Still got Haskins there.
I mean, even though it's not like a need right now, it's like you see this all the time, man. When a guy is falling down the board that you don't expect to be there, do you think that maybe they just pull the trigger and just completely stack their receiver core right now and take Streets?
I mean, I'm looking at their receiving core right now, man. They got Piku out there. Man, Piku and Streets. How crazy would that be? But you got Rashad Williams already here. Blackston didn't have a terrible year. I guess he was okay. I mean, you go ahead and make Streets the third guy here, man. Got Piku out there, Rashad Williams. Maybe you do make Streets the third guy out here, man. That would be awesome.
Because, I mean, at some point, somebody's going to have to change up their draft strategy because I don't think any of the guys picking at this point thought that Streets was going to be available. Who's going to be the one that goes against their board and says, let's just take the guy that we think is the best available right now and get him on the team?
This is really, really interesting here, man. A lot of guys going over there to the NRC, and boy, this would be another great wide receiver, man. If he goes with this pick here, we got to see. I see here the commissioner shifting around right now, so it'll be very, very interesting.
It's getting a little. This is where it starts to get interesting, man. Because like some guys went earlier than we thought, some guys have not gone yet that we thought. And so you never know. And then you always got different personalities making these decisions. So it's really anybody's ball game. It's such a wash at this point now. Once you get past like the 15th pick, that you can get some second rounders creeping up that guys just love too much to even take a chance on waiting on. You'll see some guys falling because, man, they just didn't expect him to be there. They had no clue he was going to be there.
Yep. Big shout out to Kayubi Kid. $20 donny, man. Wow, these guys are really paying today. Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah, man, awesome. You guys have been awesome in this chat, man.
Yeah, really all season, man. We've been getting a lot of donators slowly. This is a really great year for us. We really appreciate all the help that you guys are helping us out with, man. Definitely, your donations definitely go toward a positive good here in the RFL.
Let's see who do we all got in here right now? Who do we got in here? I gotta hit a refresh here. My computer freaks. Of course, now my computer wants to start acting up. We got 98 strong still, it looks like. We're still holding strong. We gotta get back over 100. But yeah, man, I don't know what else to say at this point, man. The Diablos, they already got one guy. Said what I said, man. I don't think there's any other options for him at this point. All especially with Tiller going now.
So I am back, and I do have the pick. Let's get Mansour out of here. And Let's go ahead and get this set up. And so, with the 15th pick in the RFL draft, the Mexico City Diablos selects Greg Pounds, safety out of Florida State.
Greg Pounds.
72 overall, 89 speed, 79 hit power, 75 awareness. What's your thoughts?
Well, we know they needed secondary. I think we talked about that before, Rob. I didn't see Pounds going this early, but I did mention before, you know, with the lack of strong safety, eventually somebody's going to have to pull the trigger, and the Diablos just ended up being that team.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I really feel about the pick, man. But hey, you get a young free safety here to help you out over the top, and I mean, it is a defensive player. They do need defense, man. So hey, they got their guy.
When looking over this on why I had to make the decision on going to safety, I mean, I heard you guys, of course, talking about streets, which is very tempting. But for the Black Knights, I mean, just looking at the roster, I mean, both of their safeties right now, 32 years old, 71 overall starter and a 70 as the backup. And so Greg Pounds, I mean, he was the top strong safety left. Probably wouldn't have had an opportunity to fill in that spot with a guy with his talent. So it was best to pull that trigger for them right now. And that's the reason behind that pick right there for the Diablos.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, they need a defense. They get two defenders right here. You can't complain too much. And, you know, I think we got a little bit carried away with all these 84s flying off the
hinge.
It's not going to be a normal occurrence here in the RFL draft.
Yeah.
All right, so next up on the board, we've got the Riverhogs, and so I'll have to step away again. And it's up to you guys. Who you guys think is going to be taken with that pick?
Riverhogs. Oh man,
Portland.
I'm not sure this one, man. What do you got right now?
I'm just not sure what's going on with Portland, man. I had high hopes for them last season with Coach. Unfortunately, he had to step down this season, so they're going to be back to an AI-driven team. Man, they lost Vic Cage. I thought that Vic Cage should have been a guy who moved up into the starting position for Portland. But unfortunately, they just weren't able to hold on to him. I'm not sure exactly the whole situation there. They do still have a solid back. So with Dre Shivers, obviously, they've got a solid team. I've always thought that they had a solid team. I really like Rainey Shropshire. I like Angel Rosemond. I like Sylvester Leach, man. I like these guys. 10-6. I actually thought that there were some questionable games they had in the middle of the season that weren't because they didn't have personnel. It was kind of because of maybe it was strategy, gameplay, playbooks and stuff, and they just didn't get those games won. They could easily, I felt, landed into a wild card. They were very, very close there. But looking at this roster here, I would say that obviously the cause for concern from them is going to be Hunter Mackey, 36 years of age, 82 overall. They do have Jamie Cause sitting behind him. They're a little somewhat vulnerable there. Obviously, the solid backs, wide receiver core is aging. All 30 guys. Cedric Jackson 30, Angel Rosemond 30, Sylvester Leach 31. They lost Walton. Walton is now is he a Bulldog now or?
Yeah, no, he's a Voyager.
Yeah, Voyager. Yes, Voyager now. I don't know, man. You start looking at that defensive line. You know what I mean? You start saying, hey, do they go DN here? Do they try to go get a defensive tackle? They do have Stevenson, as you can see here. But they probably do need another defensive lineman. So any defensive lineman would be a safe pick right here for them. I'm not gonna say this guy's name again, man, but we still got Isaiah Streets out there sitting around, man. At some point someone has to take some talent, instead of need. Maybe
this is my pick. I'm going Streets all day. That's just what I'm gonna do, man. But
yeah.
if they go D line, which I agree with you, man, I think that's an area of need. The only other guy I could think about going at this point would be Cavante Ryans. I mean, is there really anybody else out there that's worthy of a first round pick right now?
You mean on the defensive line?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw Dominic Moore. Did Sergio go? I'm not sure. Did Sergio go yet?
Oh,
I
no.
thought Sergio Woods was out there. I think he might be out there still. Man, wait a second, man. I gotta look at my sheet again here.
It's going to come down to what kind of defense they play, you know, for
Yeah.
just because they do have Stevenson. I'm not sure if they're running a 4-3 or 3-4. The only real spot here would be basically replacing Sherman Fluker, who's been a mainstay for the Riverhogs.
Yeah, it's to be a very interesting pick here. See what the commissioner's gonna do. Looking at this sheet here for defensive line. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's a defensive line that's going to equal the talent that you would get if you drafted Isaiah Streets, man. So,
And that's he's not going, but it's just like, why is he not going? What's going on here?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with this one.
It's sometimes, like I said, I think it was the last pick or maybe the pick before. Sometimes it's nothing wrong with the player. It's just that, you know, coaches get on the board and they're not expecting him to be there so much to the fact that they don't even know what to do with him available to them. I didn't plan for this.
There goes the chime right there.
Yep, Riverhogs have their pick in, and it's time to, of course, make the announcement. Let's take Greg off of here and get that set up.
Oh, let's see who it is.
And so with the 16th pick in the RFL draft, the Portland Riverhawks selects Cavante Ryans, defensive end out of Stanford. 71 overall, 84 speed, 77 pursuit, and 76 finesse moves. Thoughts on the pick?
Bill knows what he's talking about.
I mean, yeah, it's a needed a pick, you know, so they fill a spot, but you know, it's just upsetting, man. Like, Streets is just fallen, and you have to wonder if you got to feel that Streets is probably a little bit higher overall at the 71. Like, this is more so what we're planning on seeing for these picks for their overall, but it's just got to be when are you going to stop passing on Streets here? I mean, they do feel a need, though, so I mean, it's great for the Riverhogs. They stuck to their board, they went and got their guy, and yeah, Streets goes on to the next guy.
Man, what pick are we on right now, guys?
We are on 17 now, coming up.
If y'all let Isaiah Streets go to the Thunderbirds, I'm gonna weep. I'm gonna weep if he goes to the Thunderbirds.
I swear.
Oh my gosh, what is going on here?
Hey, so we do have an issue here. Once again, Coach Forsey was supposed to be kicked out, and someone had to get on him. He's not on the game right now. I'm gonna message him to see if he's available right now, because he said he might be able to make it. So let me see. I'll be right back. But the Shamrocks are on the clock right now. I have his pick because he sent it and left it for me, but I think that one's definitely on me because I forgot to kick him out and let people know. So, jeez.
Okay. Hey, this is realistically, man. Man, the Bulldogs still have a chance at Streeter.
I'll be back.
Roy Kincaid is out here. Devin Flores is out here still. I mean, where are we at? We're at the Shamrocks. He's probably won't be taking wide receiver.
I don't think so.
Desperados. Man, it's getting kind of interesting here. Crusaders, Sentinels. Oh boy.
What's Baker's tag?
So big shout out to the chat right here. We go ahead and read this. Coach James, love the video on Instagram. That's awesome, man. Said, don't let Mark get him. Chris Park says Shamrocks with the eyes. Ray Shear says OMG Streets. No. Sean Acosta, Coach Rummel, where our pick if we have one. Okay. Nick, I've been saying that mix up. Yep. Malcolm Thompson. It'll be good wide receiver core. Justin Jones is getting the eyes as well. Got it tight out here, fellas. This guy's got 25. and 31. 25 and 31 is what he has. But we got some great teams, man. I mean, obviously, we're waiting on the Shamrocks here. Man, going to be interested to see what the Huskies are going to do. I mean, they have them. Looks like Noah has them taking Ricky Tootley, the left outside linebacker. That would be interesting. Bolstering up that defense, the linebacker core there after losing a couple of veterans. And Desperados. I mean, I don't know what Hooks would do there, but man, I would say if you're the Bulldogs, Crusaders, Sentinels, and I'm gonna say Elks right now, man. You got some guys still out here, man. So it'd be awesome to see.
I think with the Shamrocks here, if I was betting man, I would bet that we might see our first offensive lineman go off the board.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Man, with Wilson running all over people, man, do they really need to go offensive line? It's like he didn't even care about his line. Oh, no problem, man.
We're just trying to work out some more technical difficulties here, so apologies for the delay.
What does the chat think? What do you guys think of the chat, man? What do you think the Shamrocks go right here? For all those diehard RFL fans, what does the Shamrocks need to do right here? They clearly don't need wide receivers. Noah, I'm reading the mock. Oh, this is Nick's mock. Sorry, man. Sorry, Noah. This is Nick's mock. Nick, you posted this mock out here. My bad, Noah.
All right, so I am back, guys. So unfortunately, because of what we just had happen, there's nobody to pick for the Shamrocks. Now, unfortunately, this is cause for a corkscrew to be thrown into this because I have who he's looking for, and in part it is my fault of this happening. So what's going to happen is I have to sim the pick, but he's also picking this player. So what's going to need to happen is for this player that he's going to pick on the opposite side for an NFL team, you have to pick this player up because that's who the Shamrocks will be getting, and I'll be trading the player to make sure that he's on the Shamrocks. So that's how that's going to work out. Hopefully this doesn't take a guy off the board, but if it does take a guy off the board, all you have to do is you can still use the player's name when you submit them to me as a coach. Just let me know, and we'll pick JaMychal. Well, I guess you already gave it away, but let me go ahead and just put the graphic up here on who the Shamrocks will be taking then. And so the Shamrocks will be taking for the 17th pick in the draft, JaMychal Battle. JaMychal Battle's a 71 overall outside linebacker, 82 pursuit, 80 strength, and 77 block shed. But like I said, I'm going to have to sim this pick. Hopefully it picks him naturally, but I doubt it. So let's see what happens here. Yep, can't even select for him. So that's dead. Skip ahead in the draft to the next. Oh, it's good. They took a guy anyway. So whoever has an NFL, the next NFL team that's helping us out, pick JaMychal Battle for that team and leave him on that NFL team because the Shamrocks simulated and took Dominic Moore, and because they took Dominic Moore, he was already taken already, so that's no problem. We don't have to take him from the other file.
One hand washes the other.
Yeah, thank God. But what's your guys' thoughts on JaMychal Battle being a Shamrock while I'll get this other pick from Coach Chiz for the Huskies?
I feel, man, defense all day, man. Great pick there. obviously for them, and I'm all about it, man. I'm trying to find Battle's stats right now. Um, don't remember seeing too much game footage on him.
I don't have much of an issue with Michael Battle being chosen here. The one thing though is I do feel that they had a bigger need, I believe, at the offensive line, and you had your picking of whatever you wanted really at the offensive line position, and to see them just pass on it to take a guy who I'm not saying he's not a solid player because he is, but might have even possibly been available in the next round. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens from this point on, but I thought maybe a left tackle would be the best choice for the Shamrocks here.
Yeah, a lot of teams, hesitant sometimes to take offensive linemen so early unless they're just really, really stand out. So I can understand, why coach, may not have wanted to lean that way. But you can never go wrong with a solid linebacker, obviously. And I think that they, definitely got a solid guy here who they'll be able to use in their system. Just trying to find his combine, man. You guys give me just one moment.
While you're looking for that, I already got the pick for the
okay,
Huskies.
good.
I'll have their stuff up. I'll be right back.
Okay. Go ahead and look it up.
So we got the Huskies up next. Toronto Huskies.
They don't need anybody.
Oh man, I don't even know. Let's see. Let's take a peek at the Huskies. Go over here. Man, I wish I had like 4 computer screens, man.
Hopefully they don't take another linebacker. I think they're going to take another linebacker. Let's see. Looking at Jermichael Battle, man.
Just got
29 reps, so he's definitely 28 reps. Definitely strong. Second in the cone, second in the shuttle. Runs a 4.47.
Go see.
You looking for the Huskies right now?
Yeah, I just got onto their roster here. I'm just taking a quick peek.
I already told you they don't need anybody, man.
They gotta pick somebody.
Oh man. I mean, obviously, I don't think he's going to go offensive line. And one thing I noticed about their offensive line is that they are pretty young. These guys are really, really strong and had solid impact blocking and run blocking. So they did have some issues a little bit with the line in certain formations. I think it was pass blocking was one of the major issues that they had. But run blocking, they were pretty solid. I would say. Looks like the pick is coming in right now. Let's see what.
And the pick is in indeed, and this will be a good one. That's all I can say. As get ready to get rid of Battle off of here, and let's get ready to meet our new Toronto Husky. I forgot to bring in the cheer, but the cheer is coming back, guys. And so, with the 18th pick in the RFL draft, the Toronto Huskies selects Isaiah Streets, wide receiver from LSU. 79 overall deep threat, 95 speed, 85 short route running, 83 catching. Thoughts on this pick right here?
Man, what are you gonna do? What you got? Guyton, now you got Streets on. I don't even know, man. This is what happens when these guys start falling, man. They go to teams that are just stacking up at positions. That's a crazy pick. I mean, I don't think Coach Chiz had any thought whatsoever that Isaiah Streets was going to be available at 18, but here he was, and he just couldn't pass up on him. Somebody was going to do that eventually.
Bill, I'm going to turn around real quick, man. If you could please take all the knives out of my back right now from all the guys who passed up on Isaiah Streets and allowed him to come into my division now. Just had some things figured out, man, being able to control the Huskies and shutting down that wide receiver core, and you guys allowed Isaiah Streets to go to the Huskies, man. Yikes.
Crazy. You know what's crazy, man, is like we now have Gannon, Marquise Washington.
It's a war.
Columbus, and now we have Isaiah Street, sort of the third piece of that sort of storyline heading in throughout the series last year.
All in one division.
In Toronto. All in one division.
Oh,
and
man.
all originating from the LSU.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy.
Shout out to the Huskies, man.
And so, okay, the next up that we have here are the Desperados, as they will now be on the board. And so let me get their graphic ready. And Coach has submitted his pick. I'll get that, and I'll be right back.
Desperados. Let's go look up the Desperados, Bill.
Desperados, man, this is a tricky one for me because they got other areas need. Obviously, they got Tavion Hall last year, so it definitely doesn't need any help in that situation. But you almost have to wonder if at some point, if we're going to see another quarterback off the board for some of these teams that have an aging guy right now in place like Chase Mason. Because it seems that Eric Fisher is just an odd man out in Austin at this point.
Yeah, and it's highly likely, as you're saying here as well. I mean, 36 years of age, definitely don't have a reputable backup to, take over for him right now. But man, who really is there that they could lean on right now? Is there you got to ask yourself, is there a better pick for them? Even though obviously the quarterbacks are hemorrhaging right now for them. But man, is there anybody really that you think that could control and run this team, man? What do you think?
That's the issue. I mean, if they're gonna roll with Chase Mason, let's say for another season. Obviously, after this season, he's not going to be a guy that is probably going to be up to par for starting. He's going to he's already hit the regression wall. He's going to hit it again, and unless they're ready to hand the keys back to Eric Fisher, I just almost think at some point you got to pull the trigger and get another quarterback in there, because if they have another successful season, let's just say they're going to have another chance to pick a first-round quarterback.
Yeah.
All right,
now I'm looking at the okay, go ahead.
Pick is in for Coach Hooks and the Desperados. About to go pull that graphic up right about now.
Big shout out to the Desperados with a $25 donation as well.
Big shout out to Coach Hooks, man, my guy. All right, let's get this set up here. And where is he at? There we go. Okay. And so with the 19th pick in the RFL draft, the Austin Desperados selects Chester Brace, safety out of UCLA. 70 overall, 86 speed, 81 hit power, 74 pursuit. Shoot the guys' thoughts on the pick.
The pick, man.
I'm shocked. That's the first one where I'm just like, whoa. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I definitely see this coming here, man.
I mean, no offense. I'm sure Hooks has a good plan, but I feel that Chester Brace is a guy he easily could have got next round. There's of the linemen. There's other guys available on the board at a quarterback, possibly. I mean, I know that's not a definite need, but to me, that's just somewhat of a reach of a pick at this point.
Is AJ Bowen gone yet? Free safety?
Still out there.
Oh my.
Oh. Yeah, this is a shocker to me. Like, I'm not saying Brace is not a good player, but I just feel that there's a handful of guys, the safety position is still available, that easily should have went before Chester Brace.
Yeah, and right now I'm getting the Bulldogs pick, so I forgot to mute my mic for that. But yeah, so the Bulldogs are right back up. Hold up, are they?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, I'm in the AFC. Yeah, that is correct. I'm in the AFC file right now. It just threw me off guard that the fact that once again they got all these picks in the first round. Yeah. But yeah, they're on the clock. I'll be back. You guys brainstorm who you think this next player for the Bulldogs is going to be.
So who did they? Obviously, they took BREWER, and then they took
Brewer, and this is their second pick, correct?
It's their third.
The third. Oh, it's right, the third. Yeah, I'm tripping, man. They had a lot of picks on top of picks. So they So let's see, man. Who's here for the Bulldogs? Bulldogs.
Last pick, man. Wow.
Yeah, I was a little shocked right there. All right, guys, we got a little sidetracked a little bit with the last pick, man. You know, shout out to Coach Hooks, man. We appreciate you, man. Let me look at this depth chart here. The Bulldogs, man. The Bulldogs are coming out swinging. They gotta really swing it now. I'm gonna say that the Bulldogs. Let's see. Let me look at this real quick. Bulldogs need to go. Who do I like here for the Bulldogs?
They're pretty set at O-line too. They don't have a lot of holes at that point.
Hey, Bulldogs need to go ahead and get wait, let me look at this for a second. Cause Tooley's still out here. Morris Wright is still out here. Hold on now, man.
Well, the pick is in right now. And it's time to see our third London Bulldog here in the first round.
Let's see. Oh boy.
Let's see what happens.
And so getting that ready.
If he goes AJ Boyd.
All right, and so with the 20th pick in the RFL draft, the London Bulldogs selects Reggie Streeter, tight end out of Texas.
I like it.
Overall,
I like
85
it.
speed, 83 catching, 82 mid route running. This guy was a stud in Texas. What you guys thoughts?
Oh man, a friend of mine, man, multiple Madden leagues, brought him over here to the RFL, man. Guy's just a stand-up guy, great community member, and he balls, absolutely balls. This guy, you can see here, it says vertical threat, man. This guy can make some plays. Texas didn't use him like that, though. Texas used him in the power formation, man. The guy can block. The guy's strong, very, very physical, man. Yo, he's going to be a problem for linebackers. I'm telling you, man, this is a great pick right here by the Bulldogs.
I didn't think Streeter was going to go in the top 10, like out of the mock draft, but that doesn't mean that I didn't think he was a great talent. And that's a great pick, man. Him and Ben Hartman, I guess now are going to be the two tight end set. A lot of guys are trying to get that two tight end set going, and Bulldogs just jumped on the bandwagon for that. Heck of a first round for them overall.
Give the Bulldogs A's across the board, man. These guys got some sharks on this team right here, man. This is awesome. Looking at Reggie Streeter go here, boy, Merritt got another target to go to, man. This is awesome.
It sure does, man. And let me go ahead and put up the next team on the board here, which is the Crusaders. There they go. Crusaders are now on the board as, yep, like he said, Coach Bachagalupi likes to say, the crew.
Crew.
Of course, he stretches out that U. But
chips.
I already got the pick in here, so I'll go work on that graphic, and I'll be right back.
And this has got to be the spot where Bowen goes, man.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't think that Coach Bachagalupi is going to allow Bowen to slide through his fingers right here. I think this guy is going to get some great stock out of this safety here, and a hard hitter, a great smart player. I think that's what Coach Bachagalupi is going to go here, man. That's what I think. I think he definitely goes Bowen here.
I mean, after seeing Greg Pounds and Chester Brace both go off the board, and the only other one aside from obviously Ray, the top guy, was Chappelle or Chappell. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Having Bowen here at this point, I don't think, sort of like Streets, like maybe not to the extent that Isaiah Streets was for a fall, but I don't expect to have this pick there. I think that's an immediate upgrade of the defense. We know the Crusaders had issues on defense last year, and if they can just find a way to limit the amount of points that they give up, go along with what Wakefield was able to do with Bentley last year, this team could be dangerous.
Yeah, and it's a very scary team when they have everything, clicking on all cylinders, man. We saw Coach Bacigalupi really grind. The pick is in, though, and I'm going to go ahead and stop talking.
Yep, pick is in for the Crusaders, and it is time to go ahead and announce this one as I get the graphics set up. What is going on here? Hopefully this doesn't mess nothing up. What is this? Delete. Okay. Don't know what that was. Wasn't showing up. But, yeah, about to go make this pick. And so, with the 21st pick in the RFL draft, the San Diego Crusaders selects, you guessed it, A.J. Bowen out of Penn State. 77 overall, 86 zone coverage, 85 speed, 80 play recognition. What's your guys' thoughts on this pick?
Excellent pick. That's all I got to say about that one. What do you think, Bill?
I love it, man. Great job, Crusaders. Chances are they probably didn't have him on their draft board as a likely candidate just because of the fact of assuming he would go already. If they pull the trigger, they don't let him fall back any farther. They go and get this free safety that they needed, and it's going to help their defense out tremendously.
Immediately is going to become a probably wasn't likely a day one starter. Obviously, here just looking at their safety core, they have no one. You know, this is an awesome pick right here, man. And I bet he's feeling like he got a top 10 pick here in AJ Bowen, man. Look at those numbers, man.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna go talk with the coach. Somebody's got to make a NFL pick here, so
okay,
we'll wait to see who's on the Bucks. Whoever's on the Bucks, please pick somebody for the Bucks. The Sentinels should be next up on the board here. So let me go get the Sentinels on.
The Sentinels.
Coach Armstrong on the board.
Coach Army Strong.
And I'll be right back just to make sure I text these helpers we got.
Sentinels are a very interesting team, Bill, man. You know, they do some unorthodox things. Kind of wondering what coach is going to do here. Never can figure Coach Tour out, man. You know, he's always got something up his sleeve here. Gonna go ahead and take a quick look.
Over there, so somebody they're on the board right now. So just waiting to see what Coach Armstrong sends back here to me.
Alrighty. Looking.
I'm looking here, man, and I don't know, man. Things have starting to go a little bit sideways from what we expect them to at this point. So it's gonna get harder and harder to make these predictions.
Do you think they try to go a running back here?
I know that the mock draft had him going to running back, and I mean, the running backs are all there at this point to take. So it would be, I don't think it's a bad pick. I just don't know if that's the kind of pick that Coach Armstrong is going to make. You know, he loves the defense, but I just don't know who at the defensive spot right now that you would take that you could say without a shadow of a doubt, this guy is better than any of the running backs that I could have taken, or even receiver. You know, I mean. He's had some. Ron Winborn took a little bit of a hit this year. Only real guy he has going forward right now at the receiver position, I believe, is Trey Cook. I know he went and got Eric Myrick from the Bulldogs, but that's a slot guy at best, and he's 28. So maybe a guy like Kincaid or Schultz can go here if it's not a running back.
Yeah, roll tide with Schultz, man.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So like at this point,
I'm okay with Townsend's out here. Quadri Cowell still out here. Morris Wright is still out here. You know, I'm an Alabama fan, man, so I'm gonna hype everybody up. Got the Boise State guy out there, Caleb Godfrey. I mean, it can really go either way. For Coach here.
The more I look at it, I think that. I do believe that maybe a wide receiver is in the pick here. You can't pass up to these kind of talents. And once
Daryl Moreland is still out here. What the world?
Just think that the level of talent is going to drop off to some point, and if you really want to find your next number 2 to go along with Trey Cook, that you pull the trigger on one of these top guys now.
I didn't get a chance to see the scouting combine on Kadero Moreland, LSU. But I'll tell you, man, his numbers were crazy. 106 tackles, 6 tackles for losses, a sack and an interception on the season. Guy was just all over the place, man. Definitely held them down It's some kind of someone who hasn't really been discussed or talked about here, man. So I'm wondering if maybe that's a potential option for them.
And honestly, I would probably be right up Armstrong's alley too. You know, that's a defender, loves his defense, and I know he's been losing a couple of guys the last couple of seasons to age and free agency. So maybe pair somebody with the defensive guys he's got right now. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad choice. Do you see that do you think that Moreland is worthy of a first round pick?
No, I don't know. It kind of depends on exactly what, a coach is, obviously looking for. I think that the guy has very good production. And I think that that's something that Coach Armstrong is going to be looking at here. The production. Can he get production out of a guy here, even if he doesn't have the overall, because it's not always about overall, So with that said, I think that the guy definitely showed improved, and I think that I'm looking at this is, I guess I can say this too. There was definitely a change in the slider change toward the middle of the season, and man, Cordero Moreland under the harder sliders balled all the way out. I'll go ahead and stop there because the pick is in.
And so the Orlando Sentinels have sent in their pick, and I'm ready to reveal that. So let's get that graphic set and ready. Getting closer towards the end here, guys. Appreciate all you guys who stayed here strong. Still got over 90. Man, big shout out to the RFL crew, man. Diehards. And so, with the 22nd pick in the RFL draft, the Orlando Sentinels selects Rob Schultz, wide receiver of Alabama, 79 overall, 95 speed, 85 mid and deep route running.
Oh man, hey, that is a freak nasty there. What in the world? Wow. Man, that is a huge pick right there for Coach, man. Really liking that right there.
Yeah. Wide receiver, they needed a wide receiver, man. Like, he might be defensive guy, but that doesn't mean you can ignore the offensive needs. Him and Trey Cook are probably going to do some damage for the next few years in Orlando.
Yeah,
the guy can get open, man. Go ahead, Commissioner.
Yeah, this guy was an absolute monster when it came to running routes. I mean, I've said since the beginning that he really reminds me of coming into the league. I think he's going to be somewhat comparable to Elijah Bentley. He doesn't have the move, but he's fast and he knows how to run routes and get open. And it's going to be tough to stop this kid, I think, coming in as a rookie. And so with that, tremendous speed at 95 coming in. I think he's really going to be a good deep threat, as his archetype says, and a great addition for DWJ to throw to there with the Sentinels, pairing up with Trey Cook. So I can't wait to see how that duo does there in Orlando. But with that, we have the Elks now on the board. Their pick is in, and I will be right back to announce that one.
Luckily, it looks like Coach Marshall was able to get online, so that way, I know before we didn't know what was going to happen with the pick, so no hiccups there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these.
Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody behind the scenes, man. This is our first time actually doing this live. If you guys knew, some of you guys who are newer here, man, if you knew how the RFL was doing it before we got here, before Bill and I got here, go ahead and throw some shots at Smitty Bill. If you guys knew how we were doing this before, man, it was so primitive, man. And so I'm really, really happy with the forwardness that the RFL has made. And even though we are having some small, I think they're minor technical difficulties and everything, I don't think this is anywhere near as bad as it was in the previous drafts. And I'm not going to go into the details of that, man. You know what I mean? But this is like way better, man. So hats off to everybody. Even if you made a mistake, man, hats off to you for even being here and helping out, man. It's good to see the guys behind the scenes, trying their best, man, to make this thing perfect. And I'm going to be honest, man, I'm sitting here with like Bill, I got it like 2 headphones in, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here listening to everything that I'm saying, and I'm actually going nuts. I'm probably gonna have to be in a straitjacket after this. But like no, seriously, like it sounds really great, guys. I just want you to know that, and that the people can feel your energy, Smitty. You know what I'm saying, and you, Bill, as well. So you guys are doing a great job, man.
I don't know how you're wearing them headphones like that, man. That would just bother me to
Nuts.
know.
It's nuts. Yeah, I had to get a drink of water. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
We got the Elks, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not 100% sure where I can see them just picking a spot and going. One thing for sure, and I could be a little off base here, but I just think that with having a guy like Kyle Bain, it's definitely needed that there be some more weapons. So maybe we have a back-to-back receiver run here.
Yeah, and I think that might be true. We have a chime coming in, so I think the pick is definitely in. Coach Marshall making that pick ASAP. I know he's excited for this pick here, man. See where he goes.
Yeah, he sure is, and this is going to be a pretty good pick here as I get it set up.
I bet I can just hear Marshall right now. He's probably going crazy. He's on vacation right now somewhere, and he's just I want to draft him now. I can hear him right now, man. So
he's got.
All right, so the pick is in, and I'm ready to go. So, well, they're ready to go. For the 23rd pick of the RFL draft, the Salt Lake City Elks selects Roy Kincaid, wide receiver from Tennessee, 78 overall, 91 speed, 88 spec catch, 86 catch in traffic as a rookie. This dude was spectacular in those one-on-one situations. What do you guys think?
Hey, you know what I think? I think they got DeAndre Mill, they got Rashad Herrick, they got Malcolm Wiley, and now they're gonna add Roy Kincaid. Watch out for that spread, boys.
Yeah, I love the pick. I like that they had a guy like Kincaid at this point. Yes, they have Mail, they have Herrick and Wiley, but a lot of these guys and McMorris, they're just getting up there. They need to have some guys that are going to be able to carry on with Kyle Bain as he develops and take a little of the pressure off of Darius Martin. I think you saw last year when the passing game faltered, obviously the run game would faltered quite a bit as well. So it's going to help them out on offense all around.
Yeah,
really
with
like that pick.
Yeah, Roy Kincaid, I think definitely is a good fit here. One thing I think is, of course, the key top of his game, as you can see from the attributes, is his ability to jump up and get the ball. I think he was the best in the college series, to be honest. Even comparing him to Carlton Scruggs, who went up there a few times, but it seems like every time it was a deep ball thrown to this kid, he always came down with it, and it was never incomplete. He's just that deep threat for sure, but they even got him listed here as a slot, so that goes to tell you just how just versatile this kid is. Yep. I mean, he's definitely a great player. I think he's going to bring a lot of big plays and win big moments for the Salt Lake City Elks. Definitely needed a receiver, and I think they got themselves a good one here to help them in the future. And with that being said, I'm about to hop off of here and get to the Bulls pick. So let's go put the Bulls up. There we go. And with the Bulls, I'll have to make the pick for them, of course, after Coach Melanishin had to step down, and I'll be right back.
Oh, man, really sad to have to see Coach Melanishin. Well, not sad. I'm happy because he's young and he's living his life, man. He's progressing in life, and it's always definitely real life over everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy for him. But I did want to compete against this guy, man, for next season. But unfortunately, that more than likely won't be happening. But the Bulls, man, a great team, was able to face them 3 times this season. And this team, and I tell you, this is a complete team, man. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know what they could go here, but whatever they get right here is just going to be a bonus for them. Not going to say that they don't need a first round pick, but I mean they don't really have any weaknesses that I see. Mostly strengths. So I'm really just, I don't know what they would be going after right now, man. It's a very solid team and solid core guys.
I had a hard time coming up with who I thought was supposed to get taken in the first round for them position wise. And the one thing we could look at, man, is you mentioned him a few picks ago, Sergio Woods, a defensive tackle. That might be a spot where they could look to go to shore up that defensive line. I don't know if it's somebody that they want to reach for at this point, or if they think maybe he's a better option for maybe a second round pick. But a lot of the D linemen ran off the board quick, and sometimes, like you saw with how the Desperados, they wanted to get their guy regardless of where they were at the draft. Maybe the Bulls got to do something like that, especially like you said, they just don't have many holes to fill.
Yeah, they definitely don't, man. I mean, there's still some talent out here. There's still some guys out here, although the pickings is getting a little bit slim right now, Bill. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to kind of see a downward spiral a little, just slightly. So it'll be interesting to see who they decide to take here. Man, I went to my Alabama connects, Bill. So I'm still some fans out here, man. Of this D line, still got Kwaji Cal out here, man. Look, he only had one tackle the whole season. You know why? They didn't want to run to his side, Bill. You know what I mean? So it's getting kind of crazy out here, man. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's you're just gonna take all the Alabama guys. Just
all of them.
Pick them all. Doesn't matter. Placeholder.
Take them all.
Snapper, boy. All of them.
Oh man, crazy.
Dragons took a water boy, and look at how that played out for him.
I know it.
Shout out to anybody in the chat who actually gets that reference.
Probably don't.
No, probably not. I forget sometimes that I'm not
Malcolm
exactly.
Thompson says we need linebackers. Says they need linebackers. Do the Bulls need linebackers?
Let's take a look here.
Interesting. Do the Bulls need linebackers?
We got Gabe Stringer. We got Jack Brown.
They got Jack Brown, man. Come on.
No, they don't. Martinez.
They don't need
Strickland.
linebackers.
They got Brady Knight and Torrey Thompson. Those
linebackers are giving me fits this season, man. I don't know why, but I think they're all fast is what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, Gabe Stringer, he said. Obviously Jack Brown in the middle here.
Linebacker here. It's not defensive tackle. Can maybe see maybe some secondary.
Over. Oh, the pick is in.
Uh-oh.
So the pick is in, guys. You heard it. And it's time to get a look at our new Brooklyn Bulls. So let me get that set up. And with the 23rd pick in the RFL draft, the Brooklyn Bulls selects Sergio Woods, defensive tackle out of Clemson. 73 overall, 85 strength, 80 power moves, 78 tackling. Looking at his overall rating, he matches up with their starter right now, but he's younger. So what's you guys' thoughts on this pick?
Hey, excellent pick, man. Excellent pick, man. 6'5", 308, 85 strength. This guy can only go upward and get bigger here. At 24, you get a 73 overall DT. And this guy's on a championship caliber team right here, man. So he knows how to win. I like it.
And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I've called quite a bit of these picks here tonight. I feel like I need to go out to the gas station after this game and buy me a lotto ticket because I've been on a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were spot on with this one, Bill. As soon as you said the name, I was like, oh, this guy's a mind reader. But with that, even more on Sergio Woods, like you said, like this guy coming from a championship team, definitely has the ability to play right away, and he's got great size on him, great, decent strength for a rookie coming in. That's only going to get better and better, of course, as he gets better and stays in the league longer. But I think this is a great pick. They had a Pro Bowl defensive tackle with Enrique Garrett this year, and he was a 73 overall defensive tackle. Yep. He made the Pro Bowl with that same rating. Yep. And you're getting a 73 overall defensive tackle off the jump here in the first round with the draft. So I think this is a great addition. They got two solid defensive tackles, and of course this one's going to just continue to get better and better. Enrique Garrett's pretty young too, but it's always better to have two solid guys inside that are youthful, that can become absolute monsters up front.
I'm gonna have to order Denard Locker some bigger shoulder pads. These guys on the defensive line here.
And so next on the okay. What you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, these overalls, they're starting to dip off a little bit. You know, like this is sort of what I was expecting, pretty much for the most part. Not all these 84 overalls that Smitty graced us with. So I'm liking all these picks still, even if the overalls are starting to tip off a little bit.
Yeah. And so next up on the board, these guys got 3 picks too. The Toronto Thunderbirds are on the clock. And so waiting for Coach Kozera to get with me on who he's going to select. And we'll get things going. So skipped on Ray with the 2nd overall pick. Picked up, of course, another great defensive back in Eric Stroughter. And now here they go with their 2nd pick at number 25. Who do you think that the Toronto Thunderbirds are going to bring in?
Bill, you're the expert on this.
Right now, man. If they end up going up here and getting a guy like Jacob Kane or somebody else that should have been gone by now, because people are taking 3rd-round prospects already, and I got to deal with that twice a year, I'm going to be upset.
I don't even know who he goes with here, man. I mean, what does he need? I mean, he definitely needs, I guess.
Line is, I think, is
big.
The Thunderbirds, while they have a tremendous D-line,
is submitted. I'll go work on that. I'll be back.
Ronald Best. I think he's gonna go Ronald Best. Think he's gonna go Ronald Best? Does he go a middle linebacker, man?
I don't think so, man. I think this spot here.
O-line. See.
They need that's like one of the spots that you could really say is a weak spot of theirs. He finds great ways, Kozera, that is, to sort of mask the issue of the O-line, but at the end of the day, they need some more help there.
So you think he's gonna go Saxton?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That, or maybe even the left tackle.
Interesting, man. Patiently waiting on the commissioner to put it together. Oh boy. Man. Big shout out to the chat, man. Roland Wood says wide receiver. Chris Park says, let's go, Cody. Willie Bob is out here. He says, I have a feeling season 6 draft and season 7 draft will fix my Monarchs for good. Good luck there. Noah Underhill says, Kane. Cash Money Markel says, Thunderbirds also have the 31st angry face. Justin Jones says, Explorers have a very early 2nd. Josh Rummel was out here, man.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, man, I had to take care of some business.
You're all right. Out here just looking at the chat right now, man. These guys know their RFL, Bill. Pick is in.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I forgot to make the picks for the Bulls and the File, so I'm actually about to do that right after this pick. I'm sorry for the guys who are helping me out. But the Toronto Thunderbirds, they have their pick in. Let's go ahead and announce that first. And I'll make sure to make that pick for the Bulls. Sorry for that, guys. Let me see. Okay. And so, with the 25th pick in the RFL draft, the Toronto Thunderbirds selects John Francis. Tackle out of USC. 77 overall, 84 impact blocking, 81 lead blocking, and 80 run blocking. Thoughts on the pick? While I go make this pick for the Bulls.
That's right up what I thought they needed. They addressed the secondary with the top pick. They got one of the best players in the draft. Come back later in the first round, and they get the best offensive lineman certainly on the board. I just think it's. I mean, you can't ask for a better draft.
Yeah, it's just an awesome pick right here, man. They moved up to 2. You know, they get their guy in Stroughter. Now they're going to the O-line. They know they're getting tired of seeing LC3 take knees in important games and everything, man, getting hit. And so I think this is a great move, man, to get some power. I mean, just look at this guy, man. This guy is just the epitome of just big, a big offensive lineman, man, ready to come in and do some work, man. 84 impact, 81 lead blocking, and 80 run blocking, man. Just an awesome player right here to land at 25. Great move for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, we really didn't have a lot of linemen whatsoever getting submitted or even in the series. So to be able to pick and choose basically whoever you want minus Drew Brewer in the draft, and then also come and fill immediate starting position as well. And you were one game away from the Reload Bowl. That's crazy, man. The Birds just keep doing it.
I know it, man. It's a solid lineman right here, man. I mean, look at this guy, man. Anytime you see a guy with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bars on his face mask, you gotta know, man. This guy's probably gonna be amazing, man. So 6'6", 337. He's ate some people.
So. Yeah, two really good, solid picks right here for the Toronto Thunderbirds, man. Of course, like you said, they addressed that offensive line. I mean, a 77 overall rookie. He looks like he's going to be a potential star to help build up that inside of that offense. And they definitely need it. They need to protect LC3. He's the guy that is definitely going to be, they're going to be looking at trying to, keep healthy for sure next year. He was actually his most healthiest this past season, but, actually his most healthiest last season in season 4. He didn't get any injuries, didn't win the Reload Bowl though, and then he almost went entire 2 seasons without being injured, but unfortunately he, at the last game, and you know how Coach Kozera, he plays the whole entire season out, but it came at a cost, and I think that was the one factor that really cost him a greater opportunity at being able to go into his 3rd straight Relocation Bowl championship game. But with that being said, next up on the board we have the San Antonio Marshals on the clock.
San Antonio Marshals.
Let me see. Where's the graphic? Okay, there we go.
Get over here. Throughout the offseason, and it's not going to reflect much on the Daddy Leagues because, of course, we couldn't update the Daddy Leagues. But I know that the Marshals did a lot of retooling on the offensive line, so I do not think that they go there at this point. What I do see, though, is a potential another defensive lineman possibly going because they did lose Rashard Scipio to the Thunderbirds, I believe. And, I mean, they're a little weak in that position. They got James Blackman. He's going to be there for a while, but after that, they really don't have a lot of talent on that D-line right now. So if there's a guy available at this point, I think they'd have to go D-line.
You got to refresh me, man. Was Rayshawn Overstreet traded away because there hasn't been a halfback go yet, and I'm wondering whether or not they would try to possibly fix that situation there.
I'm going to step away, guys. The pick has been submitted.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Who did they end up?
I thought they traded Overstreet away. My RFL guys in the Discord, did they trade away Overstreet, guys?
I think they might have. Let's wait for this. We know the chat's
they traded away Overstreet. I came back for that.
They didn't get it back in return, did they?
Oh yeah, for Mickens. Oh,
for Mickens. That's right.
Oh, okay. So running back is that?
Yeah, that's off the board there. Unfortunately, the Daddy Leagues is not updated because we had some guy decide to flush the Monarchs down the drain. It's terrible, man. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Because he twice. Oh, I don't know, man. I still think it's D-line. I think D-line is one of the main spots that they still need some help at. I just don't know if there's a guy at this point that you can take that is worth it in the first round still. I just feel like a lot of the D-line that's left is second round guys.
Yeah, it's not a bad team, 13-3 record. Top 10 from in passing yards. Well, top 4 actually, passing yards a game. So they move the ball efficiently here. No, just over 103 yards given up on the ground. Or actually, they actually obtained 103 yards, and they were actually able to hold opponents to only 88 yards. So sixth obviously in rushing defense. Looking at the points per game, man, NRC a difficult place to play, man. They were third with only 18 points given up a game, and the pick is in. Let's see what they've gone after.
All right, so San Antonio Marshals ready to have me announce their new player to the team. Setting them up now. And with the 26th pick in the RFL draft, the San Antonio Marshals selects Morris Wright, defensive end from Alabama. 73 overall, 83 finesse moves, 78 speed, 78 tackling. Thoughts?
Oh, solid pick right there, man. Solid pick. Obviously, I'm going to be a little biased here. But, man, they get a great, excellent speed rusher here at 26, man. 73 overall. I mean, hey, what can you say, man?
This is what they needed to do. Morris Wright was still there. I sort of almost I didn't want to say I forgot about him, but I sort of did. You know, I like I said, I thought maybe D linemen were done for the day for what the talent was, but Morris Wright, he fills the position that they needed most. They said goodbye to Rashard Scipio, a longtime Marshal, in the offseason. They need somebody to take over, and Morris Wright could definitely be that guy.
Yeah, Morris Wright, he played well on that Alabama defensive line. I always thought, and Rob always pointed out, of course, he loves Alabama, but the D line was great. He had him, Isaiah Townsend, and some other guys on the line. Quandre Kyle, and Morris Wright was definitely a guy that made a lot of solid plays. Man, you can see a speed rusher for DN. You know, he's got some pretty decent speed on him. 6'2", 258 pounds. I think he'll be a pretty good pass rusher for the San Antonio Marshals. Like you said, needed some help in that department. And they sure enough got it with this kid right here. Can't wait to see what he does on the field. But next up on the clock, we have the San Antonio Dreadnoughts on the board. And that means Coach Frankie is now up. But I believe he sent me in his pick already. So let me check that just to make sure. No, he didn't make his pick yet. He was telling me about something else. Okay, cool. So the Dreadnoughts are right now on the board. And you know what? I just figured out how I could have fixed the volume to the cheer, man. That's crazy. Let me just figure it out. Simple. Let me see.
This is 26 pick. With the 26 pick, the San Antonio Dreadnoughts take Matt Jones Jr. out of elementary. Oh, man.
So we should be able to hear a faint crowd. Let me know. Can you guys hear that right now?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was supposed to go on the whole time, so we wouldn't hear pretty much any like slight background noises or just to make it seem authentic. I just forgot that you could change the volume on the stream deck. Wow.
Really like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit that cheer again, man.
Yeah, I got the cheer. I got the cheer on here too. Like, this is an hour-long audio, so this is going to go throughout the rest of this draft, man. Yeah. So, man, why didn't I think about that earlier?
We got a studio audience here.
Yeah, we now got a full building. You know,
full building. We in the house
now. You know, I don't promote this. Corona's definitely going on strong around here, so let's not get into a habit of full houses around here. Okay. Stay away from the house parties. Stay away from your grandmoms, honestly. Don't want to get them sick. Just be safe out here. All right, Coach Frankie right now says he's still debating. And
give it up to Frankie. He needs the full 5 minutes.
And honestly, I don't even know why he got the clock on. Like, why I even had the 5-minute clock? We never used it. So
at all.
Yeah.
You were hype about that clock too.
I know, right?
Hey,
got the clock, man. Now we don't need the clock. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we'll need it in those later rounds when you get guys like Roland coming in.
Oh, think Roland's going to be a guy taking forever to make choices, huh?
Oh boy, I'm telling you, shots fired.
Well, we'll see, Roland. That's your challenge. Ain't trying to mess up your draft pick or anything, but we're going to see how long it takes you to make your first pick.
This has just been a crazy first round, man.
It's been really a roller coaster, man. Hey, a lot of teams got better. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Oh yeah. I'm so mad that I didn't think about the volume. I could have had this seem like a real draft all day. It's crazy.
The thing is, we got 2 more days of this, boys. So
I know. And we definitely still got to find a way to speed up this process. We might got to start the draft earlier or something, but I don't even know if we could do that because I think most guys are only set for 8, so we'll have to figure out some way to make the draft faster because we got 3 rounds tomorrow. But of course, I don't got graphics for everybody though, you know. So we still haven't hit that point.
We don't have to talk through all of them. It was just important through the first round, guys to talk with, but we don't have to really like do a whole bunch of analyzing.
Yeah, in those later rounds, because usually you do it for the first 2 days, like 1 through 4, and then you know, the last day is just like making the picks and guys just looking at it that way. But I did make graphics for everybody, so I do want to display those.
I mean, sometimes you watch like the drafts, man, and we'll be talking about one pick, and there's already 7 picks been had since then. And
all right, so the Dreadnoughts have their pick in. I'll get that address, and I'll be right back.
All right, Rob. What do you think they're gonna take here, man? What do you think? So?
I think that Frankie wants to bolster his defense, man. I think he's found a defensive guy that he wants. I think he's really happy with his offense. I think that his offense did a great job. I don't think he needs to disrupt it at all. There might be somebody for him on offense, but I think that he might be trying to go O-line here, though. I did see him get a little bit aggressive in offseason, and he passed up on some linemen. I think he did land one, if I'm not mistaken. But he's either going to go O-line or he's going to go a defensive player right now. That's what I think.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, you think there's a possibility that we should see linebacker go still with him? I don't know if it's a real need, but I don't think a lot of people are remembering that Ricky Tootley is still out there.
Yeah, he definitely might go linebacker. You know, he's pretty smart guy, so I think that, you know, he'll try to bolster up that linebacker core. He sees that can be a weakness in the game if you don't have those guys up there. So it's very, very possible that he decides to go Tootley here. But I think that he's very interested in protecting his quarterback in the running game. His team did very, very well on the ground this year, and they didn't even have a great line. And they really are kind of, you know, a little bleeding right now with the offensive line. So if he doesn't take the linebacker, I think he goes O-line, but the pick is in. Let's see what the commission says.
And so we are back here. I'm so hyped still that we got the crowd here, right?
Yeah,
oh my God,
awesome, yeah.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, anyway, but we got the pick here ready for the San Antonio Dreadnoughts as I get this graphic ready. And here we go. With the 27th pick in the RFL draft, the San Antonio Dreadnoughts selects Ricky Tootley, linebacker from Texas. 86 speed, 81 tackling, 80 pursuit, 73 overall. Thoughts on the pick?
Awesome.
Solid pick, man.
Yep.
The guy that sort of fell through the cracks to some degree. I'm not saying he needed to go 10 picks ago, but it's like battling them going off the board here. I was surprised to see him still sitting out here.
Yeah, and I think he was getting a lot of flack and everything from the hometowners, the home staters, you know, whatever. And they say, hey, man, you got to get somebody out of Texas, man. That's what they do, man. They go ahead and land the hometown guy here, Ricky Tootley, man. Boy, he's going to be awesome.
Yeah, good storyline there, like you said, in his home state playing pro football in the RFL. So can't wait to see what he does. He had a great career at Texas, very good secure tackler, and you can see big reason why he's a run stopper archetype style. I mean, he really does help out in the run game. He's pretty decent also in the pass game, as you can see with that 86 speed. no coverage skills being his top attributes, but I mean that's almost like a good thing because he's got tackling and pursuit up there. So this is going to be a good linebacker. I think he's going to be flying around, making a lot of tackles. Can't wait to see what he does there in San Antonio. As for next up on the board here, we have the Celtic Tigers on the clock. Go team. But hey, can't wait to see what this is going to be.
You're hilarious, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna step back and make this pick. Now, in terms of this pick, is somebody
take
on
5
the
minutes.
Celtic Tigers? Is somebody on that team already? Is somebody? Okay, yes, we got Rummel on this team. Okay, so I'll step back, look at who they should take, and I'll be right back.
Boy, America's team.
And this isn't the GOAT team. He did.
Yeah, I knocked them off, boys. Y'all don't remember, man. I knocked them off, man.
They weren't even a question. They weren't even a thought in the playoffs. We gotta stop.
Easy. Justin Jones is somewhere saying, "Wait till I get subbed into the game." We gonna do it to Justin Jones too. Oh, this talking trash because Smitty's away right now and can't respond properly. Oh man, Celtic Tigers, man.
The Tigers are.
I think they should take Kevin Crockett, man. I mean, Justin Jones is already washed up. I mean, just go ahead and just take Kevin Crockett. You know, Nicholson. Hey, take Parker, man. Parker's out here, man.
Yeah.
Anybody but Justin Jones.
There it is.
Oh boy.
Different once I step.
Man, what are the Celtic Tigers gonna do, man? I don't know.
See what we got.
Justin Jones says it's gonna be different once you step up. Yep, 0-15.
I think, man, if there's any spot that the Celtic Tigers are in need of filling, would have to probably go the defensive line. Because it's not that they have a lot of bad players, but they have a lot of old players there. And they really need to get a lot younger. So maybe a D tackle, maybe a defensive end. That, to me, that would make sense.
Jay Morris is like, is Roby scared? Scared? Come on, Jay. I ain't scared of nobody. The Tigers are an amazing team.
RFL draft, the Oklahoma City Bison select any running back on the board.
Running back on the board. definitely not scared of. Let me stop. Big shout out to Jay Morris. Oh man. Hey, these guys are gonna have their hands filled with GINO though.
Yeah.
Hey, oh boy, Smitty gotta start making these picks faster. I'm starting to talk. It's not good. Oh boy. Oh, y'all thought that old running, y'all thought that QB running stuff was great, huh? Oh boy. Man, oh man. I gotta laugh now, bro.
Now Jay says I'm being mean. I'm just kidding.
We love you, Jay. Come on, Jay. We love you, man. Oh, the pick is in.
Pick is in.
All right, guys. So the Celtic Tigers have gotten their pick, and it's time to get the graphic ready to see our next GOAT team guy. Okay.
Oh no!
So,
you're not gonna take GOAT team.
GOAT team. With the 28th pick in the RFL draft, the Dublin Celtic Tigers selects Joseph McCrary, quarterback from Penn State. 77 overall, 88 speed, 81 man coverage, 78 zone coverage. What's your thoughts on the pick?
Somebody to cover them Cougar wide receivers, man, because we absolutely blazed them. That's a great pick, man. It's a great pick.
I mean, I thought once Tiller got off the board, we were asked all the above 75 guys, especially for corners. But Celtic Tigers come in, they get a guy at 77 overall. Yeah. Go with Kilo Austin, who they drafted last year. Now they got young buds out at the corner positions now.
Yeah. Yeah, and the speed is just a little bit of cause for concern, man. But I mean, this team was awesome last year. Not too many teams can say that they were able to actually compete with this team, man. And so I think this is just going to help them bolster up that defense a little bit more here. Bring another young guy in here. Obviously, with I think they had Stroud. Stroud was released, I believe, Smitty. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Gordon Stroud. So they're getting rid of those. They're shedding that veteran skin and getting some younger players here, man. And look at that zone coverage, man coverage, man. Hey, that speed doesn't mean anything with that man coverage, man. I like that. 81. That's nice, man.
And speaking of Joseph McCrary, he was a really good cover corner at Penn State, man. In the first half of the season, this dude was going off when it came to strapping up dudes. And we talk about the speed, but like you said, that man coverage was something serious. So was the zone. You pretty much could not throw the ball this guy's way. But Joseph McCrary, like you said, still in the RFL, it's a different game in college. You got a lot more faster guys. Might in that division, you might have to deal with some speed on the outside, of course, with guys like Whitehead and you got. I don't think Trey Cook is all too fast, but now you got for the Sentinels, Rob Schultz, 95 speed burner. So not sure how he stacks up against those guys. Can't wait to see what he does. But a very solid pick. The Celtic Tigers definitely needed a cornerback. They got some big help last year in getting Kilo Austin. They would have really been down and out if they didn't have him as an addition to the team. But now Kilo Austin, he's got himself another teammate out there on the field with him, most likely going to be playing slot out there, 77 overall. And I know he's going to develop to be a great star.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And they added defense because defense is important.
I don't know about that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next pick here, as it's the, like you said earlier, Oklahoma City Bisons now on the clock.
AC, salute.
See what Coach Long's going to do here.
Really like Coach Long, man. Guy just has a lot of guts, man, and doing what he has to do for his team. He wants to turn Oklahoma City around. They've got a young, flashy quarterback who's looking to, start next season, and I'm not sure, everything is going on with them right now, but I do know that they were very active, one of the most active teams in off season. Made a lot of trades, have a lot of picks, and they're looking to get some studs here, man. What do you think, Bill?
Oh, I joked about it before. But I'm going to be really honest here. Out of the things that they need, I feel like because nobody's been picked, that running back might actually be
I know it, man.
Best option. I'm sorry, Jay. I know you're out there, man, but like I'm just being truthful here.
Yeah. I've always look, Jay Morris, talented guy, man. Smitty always talks about him, rants and raves that he gets it done, always 1,000-yard back. I just feel that, they need some explosiveness.
All right, quick is in. I'll be back.
Quiet. Oh, good. Okay, yeah. So I feel like they just need some explosiveness, Bill. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I saw the team struggling last season. They put Torres at halfback. That lets you know they want somebody who that ball.
Yeah, because this is a generic player, so there is no graphic. He was not a part of the college series, so there's no graphic for this. So what's going to happen is I'm going to switch to. Gotta leave this NFC side.
Okay.
And once I announce the pick, Ethan, you make the selection on the player.
Oh.
There we go. Let me go ahead. What's going on? Okay. All right. So I guess pick is in. So with the 29th pick of the RFL draft, the Oklahoma City Bison selects Sharif Underwood, cornerback from SMU. Generic player. Didn't get to see him on the field at all. Let's see what he turns out to be as we get to the draft. Okay, let me exit out of that. And now, Ethan, you can make your pick. Wait to see what overall he turns out to be. Can't hit you with his top three, but There he goes. 77 overall. 77 overall cornerback. Wasn't even in the college series. Must have been a stud over there at SMU. What's your thoughts on that pick?
So that's a find, man. That really is a find. I didn't think there was anybody left at that overall, even when McCrary was taken. Now we got another one here. The Bisons find him. Great pick.
The best thing about it, man, is honestly, I didn't touch any generic players. Whatever overall they were, that's what they were. So he was already a stud coming into this draft class, and can't wait to see what he does there for the Bisons. I mean, honestly, man, I think the Bisons defense is going to be a lot different than last year.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. This guy definitely has made some moves here in this offseason, man. Very active, especially on the defense, man. It's a solid pick right there.
So next on the board is the London Monarchs, man. This team been through some trials and tribulations. That's all I can say right there. I'm gonna need to see what I can do for them. They already have a minimal amount of picks this year of 4. So I'm gonna step away and let's see what they can land. I'll be back.
Oh man, where do we even start with this team, man? Everything that has happened to them is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
And between obviously not having much success, they had issues with Preston Schrader this year, taking over the starting role after letting Chase Mason go in free agency last season.
Yeah.
They have a bad season.
Yeah.
And there was a coach on the team, and for whatever reason, that coach decided that it was best to just trade away a bunch of draft capital. They bring in a couple of guys, a couple of decent overall guys like Montrell Lansana. And I'm going to be frank, man, I can't even really think off the top of my head who else they really brought in that's a difference maker. But here we are, one of their only 4 picks at the 30th overall selection. It's just, to me, oh man, I don't even know who they can get at this point. But really, anybody they take is going to help because they just need so much help.
Yeah, this going into this season, man, everyone knew that they would have the number 1 pick, and they probably have multiple picks. I think we all thought that they would have multiple first-round picks and, move up and have lots of studs to rebuild this team. And instead, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, man, the guy just came in and continued to tank this team and then traded away the talent to superior teams, man, and the picks. And so they never really had a chance, you know what I mean? I don't understand. I'm just going to go ahead and be brutal here, man. I don't understand any of the moves that were made for this organization here, but it's just sad that the worst team in the RFL, is drafting at this position here, and I feel sorry for the commissioner who has to pick for them right now. But just terrible job. As a terrible moves, I thought, for the organization. And, unfortunately, we're going to see they're going to be terrible again next year, So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that, man.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. What do you say? It's like you said, there's really not much you can take from what was done this offseason. The only thing I can think of them doing was bringing in Montrell Lansana. But outside of that, when you have a team that is in such desperate need of some help at multiple facets, it's trade away the capital like this is just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at, this team could have had, Marquise Washington. This team could have had GINO Gannon. This team could have had Drew Brewer. This team could have had Ray Franklin. This team could have had Eric Stroughter. This team could have had Jocko Goliath. This team could have had anybody but the pick that they have now. And it's just unfortunate, that they're in the position that they're in right now. And as you can see, the commissioner is still searching for a player because there's no one that can help them right now. It's just sad, man. Terrible.
It's unfortunate. They have one thing going for them, I believe, and that is Donovan Rhodes at running back. I'm not 100% sure if Schrader's the guy, but at this point, is Schrader a worse option than what's in the draft right now? And I don't know if that's the case. I mean, at this point, maybe they go offensive line. Maybe they go and they try to take a guy like Moreland, like you were talking about before, for the secondary, but they did draft a lot of secondary 2 years ago. At this point, I don't even know who they could take. That sticks out to me.
All right, so the London Monarchs pick is in. Well, he's already off the board, so that didn't reveal anything. Let me get this graphic set up.
Yeah, we thought the Steamers were in bad position, man.
And so
Like,
with the 29th pick in the RFL draft, the London Monarchs selects William Marshall, linebacker out of Texas. Now, he's a 70 overall, 85 speed, 83 tackling, 80 pursuit. Needed a linebacker, currently the best available on the board. They were very weak in that area. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
Oh, this is the kind of pick that you get when you pick at pick number 29, pick number 30 in this area. It's just unfortunate.
Pick.
You said what?
Should have been a Thunderbirds pick. Oh man, it's crazy, man.
Not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
Nuts. It's nuts, man. This is the pick you get when you're 15-1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you see, he got 85 speed at least, so he's a pretty fast linebacker. He can tackle pretty good for a rookie, 83, and his pursuit's pretty good. You know, it's still like, you know, at a 70 though, you know, he might not even still start, but it was the best linebacker available at the time, and just had to go and get somebody on defense. Hopefully these next picks, you know, can find something else, but currently that was all I could scrounge up for him.
Who's next, man?
So next up on the board, we have the Toronto Thunderbirds. We should have been picking that pick.
Got another pick. This is my pick, isn't it?
Yeah, this is your the Explorers. Should have been the Explorers pick here, but it's the Thunderbirds, and so the Thunderbirds on the clock. Coach Kozera, he'll get with me. So who you guys think the Thunderbirds are going to pick here with their third pick in the first round?
I don't know, man. Really don't.
O-line.
I guess, I mean, O-line might be the only option at this point.
Saxton is still here. He's going to take Saxton.
Pick is in. I'll be back.
But the only other thing outside of line that I could think that he could go for at this point is maybe the Thunderbirds stop playing musical chairs with the running back position and they just go and draft a guy.
Bigby?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, they had Nickens. They shipped him off. They used Clifton General and they've used McDaniels. Then they bring in Mickens, not Nickens, Mickens. There's two of them. And now they used him for a season, barely used him, shipped him off. Now they got Overstreet.
Here, man. Jacob Kane is still here, too.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh. Kane is another option, too. I mean, they were toying with, we thought they were going to go safety, the first pick that they had. Maybe they shore up two secondary spots here in the draft.
Chrome says he doesn't know why so many coaches are so willing to trade their first round picks to the Thunderbirds. Mark must be a master negotiator, or he probably is like Allah, and everyone's just praising him. I want to just give him everything. It's just terrible. But yeah,
I'm not 100% sure where they go with this one. I mean, they have 3 picks, and they didn't even need 1 pick with the team they have. So, I mean, anything at this point is just a luxury for them.
Yeah, what he's doing right now is just lacing up his cleats right now. That's all he's doing. So, if he gets Saxton, man, that's just amazing. 2 of the best linemen in the game right now. That running attack is going to be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So the pick is in, and I forgot to make the pick for the Monarchs from the last show, so I'll make sure to do that. My bad for that. Once again, guys are helping out, but let me go ahead and get the graphic ready for you guys.
Almost says y'all making me feel like. Oh man.
All right. Oh, this is the 31st pick, right?
Yeah, 31st, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, let me
225-31. He definitely put that graphic up.
Gotta edit that pick, that last pick then. So I had those. I'll be back.
All good. All good. All good. Bill.
Oh,
the Billinator. What is he doing, man? What do you think, man? What is he doing here?
like you said, like, get a tackle there, take another tackle, or you go and try to shore up the safety position.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody thought. I mean, they got Kane still out there, like you said.
Yeah. Kane. I think Kane would be solid. People sleep on Kane, man. I watched a lot of Kane's games, and that rhymed. Kane's games. No, but Kane was solid, man. I saw Kane really take over some games at the end. Very clutch. Oh, the pick is in?
Yep, got it ready now. Made sure I changed it. Sorry for that. Okay. And so with the 31st pick in the RFL draft, the Toronto Thunderbirds selects Trevor Saxton. Tackle out of Ohio State, 75 overall, 83 lead blocking, 83 run block finesse, and 82 impact blocking. Agile style offensive tackle. What's your guys' thoughts on that pick? They address the offensive line with 2.
Coach James, you're right. How you gonna trade down, and then they get a better pick than you behind you? That's just crazy, man. But yeah, it's just O-line is official, man. That's crazy. Wow.
That was the biggest need outside of secondary. They get both of the most important positions of the offensive line shored up, on top of adding the best corner in the game, or in the draft. And I mean, like we've been talking, this is what happens like when teams can just give up all of this capital, and they got 3 picks, and they've probably gotten better picks than half of the other teams in the draft at this point. It's crazy. A+ day for the Thunderbirds, that's for sure.
Yeah, huge addition right here. That offensive line, whatever offensive line troubles they had on at least on the outsides, I think that's probably put the rest with those 2 picks. Probably don't even need to land any more offensive linemen out of this. They're straight. They're filling an area where they are weak. The last spot they probably need to look for is, of course, at the safety position. Like you guys mentioned, they had some other safeties available, like Jacob Kane. But the offensive line, I think Coach Kozera felt was the bigger need, and made the right choice once again. I think 3 for 3 right now in the draft in terms of finding good talent. So a great pick for the Toronto Thunderbirds, and we are finally on our final pick in the draft. At pick number 32, we have the San Diego Red Dragons, the RFL champs. So let's put their graphic up. And with that, I'll go to the file, and I'll be I got to make this pick for the Monarchs, and I'll be right back.
Red Dragons, man, my Achilles heel.
You and me both, man. You and me both.
Man, oh man. Who do they take here? They got the high-flying Anthony Savoy, man. Got it done when the offense couldn't get it done. Defense is just so solid. Had hardly any issues really this season, man. 13-3 really doesn't even do them justice, I feel. But hey, that it is what it is. Any team can lose. AFC West, man, just totally running that division. Although they do have some talent coming in here with Houston, man. Houston guys, you guys don't know this, man, but the Houston Voyagers, man, they really did a lot of work here in the offseason. So the Red Dragons definitely are looking to bolster their team right now, where they're a solid pick here. I can't really say who they would go after here, Bill. Just a great overall team. I don't really see hardly any weaknesses here. I think the DTs were a little slim. Let me see this real quick. Yeah, the DTs here. So they have CJ Core here. And then they have a couple of younger guys. But I think that he may be thinking DT here. So I don't know if there's anybody available, though, that he could go here. Charles Raymond is 31 years of age. He's a linebacker, obviously, here, left outside linebacker. They could be looking to maybe get another linebacker here, but they've got Boucher. Derek Williamson is obviously 33 at cost for concern. Cunningham is not that great of a player. So I do have Jack Higgins, though. Forgot about him. So, you never know. You never know with these things here.
What if we go way off the board here and we go? What was their issue last season? They lost CJ Bobo, right?
Yeah.
And then it happened again this year. CJ Bobo is 30.
Yeah.
There is anybody you want out of the running back class is available right here.
Yeah.
Maybe a running back finally goes here on the last pick of the first.
I'd like to see him take Tristan Price, although I know there's probably a better back, man, but I feel that this kid is going to be just an amazing back when he finds the right coach, man. And so I'm going out on a limb here. I like Tristan Price, man. If they do go running back,
That's the thing, because it's not exactly a need, but I mean, I know they have Roberto Ninadino and they have Russell Fender.
Yeah.
But to be able to go and handpick another running back, a rookie, and whichever one you want, I don't know if you can pass that up. You know who might be absolutely dangerous in this offense?
Mm-hmm. Who's that?
Gunnar Witt.
Oh, Gunnar Witt. I'm a fan of Gunnar Witt, man. I know I give him a hard time. It's not because he's from Wisconsin either, Bill. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't feel that his production in college was as strong as some of the others, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's the Red Dragons are another team that they just have so many positions filled already that it's just take whoever you want, take the best player available, and about all you got to do. You don't need to limit yourself to one pick.
Devin Flores is still out here, man. What are their wide receivers looking like? Well, now they got Obey Kid.
You do, but that you bring up a good point because both McIntosh and Deontay Compton are both 30 or above.
Yeah, that's true.
They got Kidd, and then they have Desmond behind him, and maybe Devin Flores is a guy they could take for a third receiver.
Oh, I think the pick is in. Oh, it's it. Okay, cool. Graphics being made right now. Andrew McIntosh, 30 years of age. Obey Kid, 23 years of age. Deontay Compton, 32 years of age. Jaden Desmond, 25. And Malcolm Rucker, 28. Luke Spicer is 23. They could definitely land a wide receiver here. Are there any tight ends left, Bill?
There are a couple. We have Tyler Henderson. We have Jimmy Bean, Price Greer. I believe there's one other one too. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they did draft Morgan Weaver last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. Yeah. A lot of teams like having two tight ends nowadays. Maybe they want a second guy and they want to move on from McClure, who's 31 now. I could say defensive line too could be an option. I just don't know if there's at this position that you could take.
This is just a great all-around team, man. It's going to be very interesting to see.
That's why it's probably almost harder for these kind of teams to make a choice because of the fact that there isn't anything that's just leaping off the page at them of what they have to do.
Hey, the pick is in.
All right, guys. The final pick of day one of the RFL draft is in. And we will see the last player that will be taken off the board. here in day one, man. It's been a long one, but man, it's been a great one, and appreciate everyone who has come out for this event. Day 2, we're going to try to find a way to try to make those 3 rounds shorter, because of course that's going to be pretty lengthy. If this alone almost took 2 hours, but well, 4 hours. But getting that graphic set up now, and here we go. With the 32nd pick in the RFL draft, the San Diego Red Dragons selects Tyler Henderson, tight end out of Michigan.
There you go.
85 speed, 82 catching, 81 catch in traffic. This dude was a monster when it came to catching the football and making big plays for Michigan with those Wolverines. What do you think he's going to do there with the Red Dragons?
He's trying to stop Savoy from running the ball so much, man. That's what it is. He wants more weapons, more targets for his guy here. He wants to keep his guy safe. But, man, Anthony Savoy, one of the best to do it. So dynamic, high flying, running all over the place. And he gets another guy to throw to, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a submitted player. I'm pretty sure he's probably asleep by now because it's almost midnight. But great addition for the Red Dragons here. As you was talking about their aging tight end with Sean McClure has been a great tight end for the Red Dragons. 2-time champ, of course, been there with them for both those championships. But, you know, got to bring in guys that are going to come in. And I think he's going to be an immediate backup because I believe he's the highest overall overall tight end there over Morgan Weaver compared to McClure. So I think this is a really good land, a pretty good steal here late at the end. And yeah, that's going to do it here for day 1 of the RFL draft, man. It is a crazy one, definitely lengthy. Like I said, going to try to figure out a way to make it a little bit more, you know, faster. So we'll probably talk, if not tonight, tomorrow, and as soon as we can about it to see what we can do. But yeah, it was a great draft, man. Appreciate everyone who came out here. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Relocation Football League. I mean, this is only the draft. You haven't even seen the college series yet for this upcoming class that's going to be coming. So I mean, that's going to be amazing. I see Tyler Henderson is in the chat. He's saying woo. He's excited. He said can't wait for Coach. Thanks, Coach. Can't wait for the season. And yeah, I mean. Do you want to hop in on an interview for that to close us out, or are you good?
Ta-ta.
He said get him on the call. He said he's here. So set him up, Bill, see if he's able to get on.
I know Coach Davis is happy about this. Yeah, Red Dragons. Here, get him on the call. Get him on the call. Tell Mix to leave.
Is he in the Discord?
Are you in the Is he in the Discord? I think he was.
He's flying in over the Discord from his helicopter, his Red Dragon helicopter.
I can't see him. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong spot.
Oh, you looking at the wrong? Okay.
I don't. I'm just saying. Maybe I am. I don't know.
What's your Discord name, Henderson? You have your Discord name? Say, yeah, he is. Can somebody let us know what the name is?
I'm even looking through the season 6 prospects list, and there's not a Tyler Henderson listed in here at all.
So
if there's if he's in the Discord, if you could please reach out to me in my DM or something, so I can or say something in the prospect.
So it says, "Let's go." You hear the fans in the background. Hollywood Henny. I like that, Frankie. Hollywood Henderson. Hollywood Hendy.
Yeah, so might be taking a little bit long here, so we might have to scrap this one, unfortunately.
I'm trying to find it. I just
not getting any word on. He said that's his Discord name. Oh, that's his Discord name, Hollywood Hindi.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm already looking for it.
I thought that was his nickname. Hey, Hollywood. I like it.
You see it or? And after this draft, well, I guess I'll announce it once he gets in. You got him, Bill? Yeah, so it seems like he can't get on. So I said just start round 2. Started round 2. Yeah, so we'll have to scrap this. It's taking a little bit too long. It's almost been 4 hours ahead with this. So appreciate you guys, man, coming through. Shout out to Tyler Henderson once again since he couldn't get on. Let's throw a cheer out there for him, man. Cheer for Tyler Henderson, your new San Diego Red Dragon. The first round of the RFL draft is finished. First day out of the way. Day 2 will be rounds 2 through 4. And as I said, I'll try to speed that up. Not sure what happened there with the Discord thing. But, yeah, big, once again, congratulations to him and everyone. Thank you for showing up. What I will be doing is I will be posting up each of these draft picks graphics up on social media so that guys can, you know, of course, see it, like it, and probably save it if you were one of the players. And, yeah, so that's going to do it here for tonight. Round 2 starts tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure that you guys come through because the draft is not over. 6 more rounds to go. Great draft here today. RFL fam showed up strong. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's your boy Smitty here with Rob and Bill. And we'll see you guys next time. And we'll have the audio playing so it'll be good. Peace.